nice little man, rubber bricks on there, right? Hey. 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 Beats on there, run the bass on there, babe. Babe. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Hold on, up in my brain. Hold on, I'm in my place in the bay. Hold on, I'm in my place in the bay. Hop out the bitch on the level, I'm play. Hop out the bitch on the level. OGDoDirty, flipping packs in the bag, stuffing the blunt, fat sack, jet black Cadillac, stacks in the mattress, cash cow status, walk in the streets, heat up, no pipe, blunt blazing, smoke hazing, OGs in the attic, crispy clean kicks, ain't nothing static, southern nights, trap dreams, raw matic, light it up, inhale the magic, erratic, down south, making moves, 808s, hit raw, sip the lean, slow the scene, outlaws on call, counting bills, run the thrills, trap house ball, switches in the air, grandiose alcohol, dirty dope dreams, with the crew so mean, like some movie scene, trap king, royally king, purple haze phase, hazy days, cash in streams, hit the streets, beast mode, blitz and juice schemes, OGDoDirty, leaning like a tower, got the power, hour after hour. Living fast, mile high, never sour. Came up from the grid, dirty money flower. Blood blazing, smoke hazing, OGs in the attic. Crispy clean kicks, ain't nothing static. Southern nights, trap dreams, raw matic. Light it up, inhale the magic, erratic. OGDoDirty, leaning like the tower. Got the power, hour after hour. Living fast, mile high, never sour. Came up from the grid, dirty money flower. Blood blazing, smoke hazing, OG.
Hey, what's good with everybody, man? Welcome everybody, man, to Sunday Demon Time. Y'all already know what we on, man. This Sunday, man. Get your blessings in, come in with your best word, man. We're gonna get it in today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody just showing up to the show. Don't forget, man, we do have TPO today, drop by discussions and a blast app. So we got a whole eventful day for you guys. It's going to be a long one, but hey, man, we're going to try to make that thing work. Make sure you tune in to all shows today, even if one is going on with the other one, man. Make sure you have both of them up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and share it out to folks to tell them, man, come over here and mess with us. Let me go ahead and wipe my feet off, get everything together. The link is pinned to the top. I already got my boy in the chat. Let me go ahead and salute him. Then what it do, my boy? That's a whole fact. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the boy, Tip T3, already in the building. First one in the building. Salute to you. Salute to you. Let me get everything else set up. Let me go and get this collection plate. Get ready to get passed out. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure you get the funding. that we need. Because you know what I'm saying, everything ain't out here ain't free. You gotta have some good funding around here. And I needed to make a new banner for this anyway. So let me create a banner for this for Sunday Demon Time. You know what I'm saying? Money in the late. Put a couple of dots. It'll be CashApp. Slide that over real quick. Money sign. OG. Do dirty. Let me see. Put that right there like that. Let me put bless the show on here. We need some blessings today. All right. Put this in there real quick so I can make sure I have it to bless the show. You know what I'm talking about? We didn't have that scrolling. All right. If you want to drop money in the plate, well, I'm going to have to go back and change that again. God damn it. It's capitalized. I don't need that capitalized. There we go. There we go. All right. Shit, I ain't put save on the check. Oh, I didn't. All right. Feel stupid. All right. If you want to drop money in the plate, hit the Cash App, or you can support by doing super chats. Make sure you grab memberships and stuff. You don't really need none over here, but you will need memberships for the Blast app. If you want to see the Blast app out there go off tonight. Last night we had an interesting show. Salute the American man, salute the Marathon Cab, salute to everybody that came through Sundu, LA, Mayo, everybody that came through there, man. We had a good show. Always start off a little bit slow, but you know, once we start getting into it, man, that thing get live. So, man, if you ain't went and checked out that episode from last night, boy, that was a doozy. So make sure you go and get your membership. You got to have the OG, the Do Dirty Circle membership, which is the $5 membership to go watch the previous Blast App shows. Make sure you get you a Dirty Dozen membership, which is only $2. That's going to get you to watch the cannabis videos and stuff like that. All those will be live. All those will be set for the dozen, the Dirty Dozen. So if you got, as long as you got the Dirty Dozen, you'll be able to watch that afterwards. I can go in and set it up just like that, but just make sure you get you a $2 membership or a $5 membership, either which way. If you like the cannabis, you'll get your $2 membership. If you like the fuckery, you're going to get you the Circle membership. That way, you know what I'm saying, you tuned in. Like, again, make sure you hit the Cash App, make sure you hit the super chat, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share. We got to get these shows to get out there. The more people come in, the more engagement they have, the better shows that we have. So, hey, appreciate everybody who showed up last night and showed out. Hood and T is in the building. He told the niggas to tune in, nigga. Tune in. Salute to Hood and T. Tune in, nigga. And Tip said he black and he can't spell. There's nothing wrong with that, sir. Everybody forget their TIVs. Everybody the N and T. You know what I'm talking about? We forget a lot of different things. Don't worry about it, brother. It's, you know, the PH, the P is solid. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know that. You know what I'm saying? But and he says subscribe to my dog. That's the whole fact, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Anything that you want to ask me, contribute to the show, anything, go make sure you go look at the description. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's in the description. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat. It's in the description. Rumble is in the description. Facebook and X. Only thing you got to do, everything has its link in there. You just got to go to the description, hit the link. It'll take you straight to the page. Hit the follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Let's get these numbers up. If you got any questions, anything that you want to talk about specifically, learn how to grow anything, please hit me up on Odds TV 92. at gmail.com. It's in the description. If you have any questions for me, that's the way you can get in contact with OGDoDirty. If you want to learn how to grow cannabis, plants, anything like that, vegetables, that'll be the spot that you connect with me to. We'll go over to Discord. I do one-on-one. So if you want to do a one-on-one and learn how to do all that stuff, hey, just hit me up. We'll let you know how that stuff goes with certain things. If you talk about growing fruits and vegetables, I don't charge too much for that. But if you want to grow marijuana and know how to and how we run through this industry, it's going to cost you a little bit of bread, not too much. I'm not like everybody who got the big high number Patreons and all that. Man, I'm willing to help people. I just like to be subsidized for what I do. So make sure you support me, you know what I'm saying? And I will support you. Let's go ahead and get this thing pop off. I got to get me a blunt. Matter of fact, I got to get me a blunt rolled up. So I guess we'll do this the right way. Go ahead and start our devotion early. So let me go ahead and get the song, because you know what we usually know what song we usually play when we gotta keep God in mind. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta do that real quick. Let's see. I think I put the wrong one in. Just give me a second. There it is. Got to keep God in your life. And I'm about to roll me up a bleezy real quick, get everything straight out and ready. Make sure you subscribe and all that stuff. We got 8 people in here. Let me see where they all sitting at. It might be on Twitter. But we got 6 people on YouTube. Appreciate them 6 that's in here on YouTube and the 2 that's on X. That OGDoDirty, roll this blunt up before we get this show started. And get a little music for y'all to run through real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right before we get these services started. Get it pulled up real quick. Make sure everything. All right, so I know I'm about to take this out either way it goes when this show is over with. But hey, you got to go ahead and let that thing rock out. You got to do God is good. You know what I'm talking about? Got to keep God in your life, man. You know what I'm talking about? So let's go ahead and get Stunner Man. Let's get him up here. Not gonna be watching Stunner Man. So we'll just be listening to it while it's playing in the background. I'm gonna roll this blunt up and we're gonna get this show started. Make sure you hit that like button. People come in, wipe your feet off, tell everybody hello, chat with them and all that good stuff. If you want to join the panel, the link is pinned to the top. Only thing you have to do is hit that link at the top. The topic of the day, nigga, is gonna be Shannon Sharpe versus JimJones. But we got 2 other videos to go over before we get to that. That video was 39 minutes long, so I'm gonna try to set that for the last part of it. But we got other things we're gonna go run through, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna make it happen. Let me go ahead and get this. God is good. Salute to everybody that come in. Let me get this blunt rolled up.
God is good. God is good. Hey! I go by Stunner Man on 2, and I've been saying from another dimension, restore the collective equilibrium through holistic methods. That's too much to process. Just remember this. We still winning. Fuck nigga, keep God in your life. 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 You need to praise the Lord right now. Keep God in your life. Hey, keep God in your life. Fuck nigga, keep God in your life. Fuck nigga, keep God in your life. Hey, we need to keep God in our lives. We disconnected from the spirit, from the higher power. So whatever your denomination, whatever you believe in, please put God first. Other than that, we stand away from these heathens, from these demonic spirits. We ain't on demon time. We on angel time. So if you ever forget, keep God in your life, bitch ass nigga. And don't.
Nigga, that's a whole fact. You know what I'm talking about? Keep them in your life. Got some things I got to do real quick. Stuff just got cut, got moving around and stuff like that. So give me a little second, and I have to be right back with y'all. Sorry for the disturbance and all that there. Give me a second. Salute to No Chaser. Salute to Hood NT and Tip T3 that's in the building. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna have to go silent real quick. Like 2-3 minutes. Just please stay in. Let everybody know that's coming in. OG is starting to show up. I just got some things I got to run and do real quick. Give me a second. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I know it took me a little bit longer than what it was trying to get things together. Let's go ahead and get this thing rocked in. Again, if you want to hit the panel, just hit the link. I'll bring you on up. Let me get to this first one real quick. So I'm gonna let this run a little bit. It's over there. We're gonna celebrate my boy. He had a show going over there. He started it about 44 minutes ago. Snowman. They was over there. I guess he's streaming from somebody else, but it seemed like they was on a little bit of demon time. So hey, we're gonna let that thing rock out. And I'll come back and we're gonna get into the Shannon Sharpe and all that good stuff. So let's hear what the conversation was over here.
And I'm exporting that decision, right? You're not using it as in universal, because that can't be it, because the fact that we're having this debate proves that it's not objective, right? Like gravity is objective. If I step off a roof, I'm going to fall and hit the ground. It doesn't matter what my opinion is, right? So the fact that we're having this debate means that the subjectivity has to be whether or not I get a say in the morality of the situation. Am I understanding that correctly?
No, because I mean, you can have your own subjective view on things like that, but that doesn't negate whether there's something true or not, or where we should base our morality from, or a standard.
Okay, so
so far you haven't been given any standard. Any standard you have given me is just like, well, it's just.
What do you mean by objective then? Because objective means universal. It applies to everything equally.
Yes.
If it were truly objective, I wouldn't be able to argue this point with you. It would be self-apparent.
So are you saying you have no rational mind?
I'm saying something that is objective, purely objective, truly objective, is not up to opinion at all. If I cut my hand, I'm gonna bleed. So are you, right? We're not having that argument. That is objectively true that we have blood inside of us.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's not going anywhere though.
So again, I'm just trying to figure out what you mean by subjective, and I think you mean an external standard. Is that right?
Objective, yes. Through objective, that it comes from an external standard.
And by subjective, you mean that I'm making the decision myself about morality.
Yes.
Okay. When you have objective external standard, how did you get there? Did you make a subjective decision?
Just because I make a subjective decision on who I'm going to follow, that does not negate that there is a standard, which is the whole point I've been trying to get at, and no one can fucking understand that. There's a standard on what we should hold ourselves to. There has to be that standard.
For the people in the chat, is it a standard that you need to be holding yourself to? Because this is going to go along with the standard part is going to go along with the Shannon Sharpe and JimJones beef, whatever the fuck that little scrimmage they had, whatever the fuck that shit was, little verbal back and forth that they had. Do you believe that it's a standard? Just remember that question. If you want to say something in the chat, please do.
Well, then like I was giving you the examples of like, oh, I don't know if I would turn my son in for this. I don't know if I'll turn my son in for this, but I know that I wouldn't for this and all of this.
I knew exactly what I'd do.
Or even that.
For almost.
So here's that's what I'm trying to get at. Is what is the standard?
Okay, but so you believe that we should have an external standard, but again, that's just your subjective belief. So to have your objective morality, you had to have an subjective value that we should have one. Then you had to have a subjective action that you're going to reference that. And then every single second of the day, you're still making a subjective decision not to renounce it and find a different one. You never get away from the subjectivity of your moral decisions.
Yeah, but that's still negating the standard of what I'm holding myself to.
There's no virtue in having an external standard? It does nothing. What does it do for you? Why is that better?
And what is virtue? Then what's your standard? What's your standard?
I'm asking you why this is better. What is the benefit of having an external standard? Because you keep saying that like it's something good. It's not. I don't think it is. Why are you going to let somebody else tell you what's right and wrong?
What?
Why is it good?
So are we the arbiters of what right and wrong is then?
Well, God gave you free will and decision making, didn't he? So why the fuck would you let somebody else take it away?
If God gave me the free will of decision making, why can't I follow what he gave me to obey by? And like I asked you, like, now are you the arbiter of what's good and bad?
Here's what I'm trying to communicate.
That's what I'm talking about. Easy say, yeah, but you set your own standards outside of law. That's a fact, sir. That's a whole fact. And most people don't do that. They follow the traditional standards of what if they don't look at, well, that'll be a part of your integrity too, because the standards will be a part of that. You got to stand for something. It's the standards.
To you, we are.
I understand what you're trying to communicate.
Okay, so are you. So yes, we both have to make our own moral decisions.
Yeah, my moral decision is to follow the morality of that God has given me.
That's fine. You understand, though, that what you're doing, the decision-making process you're engaging in, is every bit as subjective as mine. You're just lying to yourself about it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, angry.
Hey, hold on. Why are you holding? Why is holding yourself to somebody else's standard a good thing? It's not a good thing. I don't care about your morality more than you do. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yes.
So why the fuck would you let anybody else tell you what your morality should be?
Because I'm holding my standard to a higher being.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Who told you about the 10 Commandments?
Christ.
No, he fucking
Christ
didn't.
was the
Don't
one
lie
who
to me.
didn't. Christ was the one who came down and gave.
No, that was Moses. Still.
No, it was given to.
How
Moses
did you learn about the 10 Commandments?
through the Bible,
which is a book given to you by who?
given to us by our church fathers,
Given to you by who?
by Christ.
By-
What do you mean by who? By who? By what?
By a person. He's got a book that was given to him by a person.
Another person. What does it have to do with anything?
God gave you your autonomy, your brain, and your senses. So you're gonna give up the moral tools God did give you to take some shit that a dude in a stinky church gave you?
What?
And you think that's good moral decision making?
I would agree. I would say yes, it is.
It's irresponsible and it's retarded. That's why you have to keep trying to figure out how to not lie to me while trying to figure out how to lie to me.
I haven't lied at all.
You did. Jesus gave you a book. Jesus handed you a book.
No, you said who gave us the commandments.
No, I asked who gave you the Bible, and you said
Well,
Jesus.
that's why I asked you when I was like wondering, like, what are you talking about? Who gave me the Bible? Like, what do you mean by who gave me the Bible?
Right,
Are you talking about
anyways,
how we got the Bible, or if my dad gave me a Bible when I was like 4 years old?
The matter is, here, we'll just move past. You have a decision to make between whether or not you're going to do what you think is best or you're going to do what someone else tells you. That is irresponsible. That means you're not taking full responsibility for your actions or for your morality.
That's exactly what you're doing.
I'm not outsourcing my morality to anybody.
The arbiter. When did I enforce this? I'm just saying you're doing the exact same thing.
I didn't say I'm enforcing morality on people.
Arbiter. No,
I don't have the capacity to.
I said I didn't.
No, we are only moral agents. We are not universal morality arbiters. We don't get to make that call. We don't know.
Exactly.
Right. But we are moral agents, which means we do have to decide for ourselves how we operate.
And make that call.
Right.
Okay.
So the only capacity we can operate in morality with is a subjective personal one. You don't get the opportunity to be an arbiter, so you don't even have to worry about it.
I subjectively conform myself to an objective standard.
No, that standard is subjective as well, dude.
Okay.
Are you that scared of being responsible for your own actions that you just like refuse to look at reality for what it is?
How have I ever not been responsible for my own actions?
You're refusing to take accountability and be responsible for the actions. You're saying, no, God will decide for me. You're being submissive. You're being submissive. You're not using what God gave you. You're not using your free will. You're cucking to a Pharisee. I'm sure Jesus would love that from you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
all right. Thank you so much for that exchange, guys. That was fun.
Can we decide who won that one?
Yeah. I guess we will do the judges. Angry Snowman, you go ahead first, bro.
Well, to me, I'm going to have to, against my better judgment, give this to Dusty, just simply because, in my opinion, John did what you normally hear from all general Christians when they're asked tough questions. He basically gave you the typical, no non-direct answer, faith-based answer type thing. You know what I'm saying? None of his answers were really direct about things, and he kind of skirted around what Dusty was asking him and acted as if he didn't understand it when I know he understood what he was saying.
No,
that's just how I'm sorry, John, but that's just how I saw it.
If he gave, I don't think he actually. So he did give faith-based answers, but he was trying to make objective, not faith-based claims, right? Like objectivity. If he had just said, "Look, this is my belief and my faith," like I wouldn't have had anything to argue against, because what can you do then? This is his belief,
right? It was like when I was.
I did make that claim. I did make that claim, and I said this. No,
John, I'm just telling you from how I saw it. To me, what it reminded me of when you and Dusty were engaging specifically on the religious aspect of the morality, when he's asking you, specific, pointed questions about your faith and where you're getting your morality. It reminded me of when I would ask the preacher at church things like, where did Cain find his wife? And he'd say, well, I don't know the answer. You just got to have faith in that. And what the Bible says is true. That's kind of the impression I got personally.
Oh yeah, so this one I would also have to give it to Flow State here on this one as well, man. As far as like the domination of the conversation, Flow State did ask more provocative to pin you down on specifically what you mean by objective within your purview of the book, right? Then you would have to go to preferences, and even with the preferences, the debate before this, Flow State was hammering on that all morality is subjective.
I've had this debate a lot of times.
Yeah, and Flow State, he does have experience on this.
For y'all in the chat, do you think reality is subjective? But people just don't see, but people don't want to see the truth, or they don't want to see the world for what it is, or do they want to make up something for them to continuously live their life in a peculiar way? Big word. It's just for the chat, looking for a little bit of chat engagement. But let me know, you know what I'm saying? Use your Twitter fingers, chat clacking.
This debate as well,
right?
But I get you, man. I get you. I would have to give it to Flow State. I did. It's funny. Cleaner's in the chat. I actually had a similar debate with Cleaner last night on, or was it last night? Yeah, one of those fucking nights. About morality as well. So I mean, I get it, but yeah, I'd have to give it to Flow State on that. But hey, it was fun exchange though.
Oh yeah,
and thank you for engaging, John. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
John.
absolutely.
It was a good distance.
Yeah.
No, but I still would hold myself to a Christian moral standard, in which would be an objective standard to what.
No, yeah.
Objective as an outside of you.
Would you still hold yourself to a Christian standard if God told you that you had to sacrifice one of your children?
That's
Abraham.
Let me continue this real quick. Do you guys believe what he did? Yes, put a yes in the chat. If no, put a no in the chat.
Story.
I'm just saying.
Did he allow that to happen? Did he allow that to happen? What was the purpose for that?
That isn't what I asked, though. I didn't ask if he allowed it to happen. If God told you had to sacrifice your son, would you follow him because morally that's the just thing to do because God said to do it?
Yeah, but you're referring to a historical event, so you would have to take that
you're
into
trying
context.
you're trying to skirt the question and go straight.
I'm not trying to skirt the question.
End of the story and what happened that you recall, and not answering what you would do if you were put in that situation.
Yes. If I was put in that situation, yes. If that's what you want to hear,
I would tell God to go fuck off.
Yeah, I think. I think that you're gonna.
And that's how you won the debate, by just telling everyone to fuck off.
Yeah, I just think at that point, if God is telling you to murder your own child, like we were mistaken about who and what God is, this motherfucker don't love me, and heaven's not going to be good either.
Again,
right?
It's not benevolent at all whatsoever.
But again, you're referring to a historical event, so we must take that into the context on what exactly happened and what played out, and what was the whole purpose of that. And so now you're appealing yourself.
What was
to
the
exactly
purpose
what you're
of
trying
it?
to reject? It was to test his faith and to because didn't God build Israel off of Abraham?
That is such. Why did God have to test his faith? God doesn't know whether or not he's faithful.
Isn't he all knowing?
Well,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Well, when it comes to like Old Testament, God gave us all
Yeah.
free will, so we do have the freedom to reject God Himself, right?
But
Right,
do
but
we
God
really
knows-
have,
We
God
all
really
have that. That what?
do we really have free will though if God knows everything
Well-
and the outcome of what everything's going to be?
Well, yeah. Well, God all knowing doesn't necessarily mean that He knows what decisions you're going to make ahead of time, right?
That's
He gives us the
exactly
free will.
that's exactly what a preacher will try and teach you.
Yeah, I know, but I totally understand that, dude. I've been to the churches and they say have faith, and they're not really very good at explaining things on a theology point of view, right? So I totally get
David
you there.
Patrick Harris. There was just amazing debate, amazing debate
Amazing.
on that on the whatever podcast just yesterday with David Patrick Harry and some other chick.
I
where
saw
he
that he
pointed
did a
out a
debate.
lot of it.
I didn't watch it, but
Yeah,
I
and
saw that
they go into that subject, and to be honest with you, I'm really not that versed within that to just start quoting off a bunch of stuff for you for all that. But that was an amazing debate to go watch, and it actually gives all the answers to those exact same questions.
Hey, you know, Kitty makes a good point. She said Christians don't believe in free will; they believe in God's will.
That's incorrect.
That I remember hearing God's
Well,
will be done a lot when I was in
No,
church.
yeah, they do believe in God's will, but I'm talking about like free will as in the freedom to reject God. As here in the nation, you have the freedom to reject Him. We see this time and time again, even in the Old
Do
Testament.
you
etc.
though?
Yeah,
Because there's a
plenty of
pretty
proof on it,
stiff
bro.
punishment.
I think
There's a pretty
you're a
stiff
very good
punishment.
subject for it.
Do you
Yeah,
do you think that we have does the law give us the free will to murder?
Well, of course, the law is going to punish us for murdering, but however, you still have the free will to murder. It's just the
Right,
punishment afterwards, right?
but the
So
law takes it away from us as much as
there's
possible.
yeah, but there's punishment on there, and I totally get you there. This is the same concept here: is that God has given us free will to the point where us as human beings don't have all the answers, right? We're free to reject God if we choose to do so. That's the point there. So when you say God's all-knowing is going to know that in other words, your argument's about predetermination, right? I don't believe in that. Where God has everything. Once you're born, you're already set to either go to hell or heaven. That's ridiculous. But based off the free will concept, you have the free will to reject them.
If I stick a gun barrel in your crotch and say, "Give me your wallet," or I'm blowing your dick off, am I giving you free will?
No, you're forcing me.
Correct. So is
Yeah.
God giving us free will if He says,
Yes,
"You can
he's
reject
giving
me,
us
but I'm
free
gonna
will, and he's saying that you have the free will to reject me. That's what it is. Yes, there's
And then I'll
punishments,
torture you
just
for
like
all
anything
eternity.
else.
and then I'll
just
torture
like
you for all eternity"?
Well, then
Yeah,
with that preference alone, wouldn't that mean that that morality is literally subjective?
From the preference of
If you have free will, then that means you have the will to be subjective towards what your morality
yeah,
is.
sure, of course, yeah, and you see that in
but
today's society, of course.
But that's a
But-
huge difference. Whether you have the decision to make whether or not you hold yourselves to an objective standard.
You should say you
that's
have an
completely different.
you should
that's
say you have an
completely
external moral structure, not an objective one, because objective implies a whole different thing than what you're really saying, which is I outsource my morals.
Yeah, but you still haven't been able to give me any kind of standard for how you would hold your own self, where I can at least give you standards.
I don't
what
have
I
to.
hold myself
Not,
to.
that's not the prompt. I could.
No,
I
that
could
was the
get into
whole
that.
reason why I was talking to that guy and why you came up here to debate.
I don't know why you were
because I
talking to that
kept
guy. I just
asking
heard
him-
your claim.
I kept asking him, by what standard are you holding yourself? By what standard? That's why I've been pushing that. By what
don't-
standard?
I-
What is
Really
the
quick,
standard?
John.
What is
Really
the
quick, John.
standard?
Ticky Tack joined the panel. What's up, dude? What's your thoughts on
Ticky
everything?
tack.
Hey, what's up?
Ahoy.
Yeah, I think the thoughts that I have right now on this subject is, I guess I would just ask a general question. If God is the creator of everything, would He also be the creator of an objective moral standard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, if He created everything, and if there is one, then yes, He would be.
and he created the
Okay.
brain as well, so you have the freedom, or your brain as well that's being created by God has these thoughts that where you can have these debates, subjective, etc. Right? But God did create that brain; He created you. If we were to believe that God does exist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so-
and then an objective, based off a Christian paradigm, an objective moral standard does exist. But I do agree with Dusty in that it is we are subjective beings, and we cannot escape that. So how we interpret the morals, how we apply the morals, and how we react within the world, it is still going to come down to subjectivity.
If the entire Christian paradigm is taken as true, then yes, in that case, it would be objective morality. But as far as how we interface with it, it doesn't change anything. It just means that, well, we'll find out if we did, we'll figure it out later.
We'll find out when we get there.
The claim that in that system it would be objective is actually there's no utility in it.
Yeah, it's like I do see the flaw in the idea that you were trying to press John on, okay, well, you get these commandments from Jesus, but how do you get it? Well, it's through the Bible, which was created by man. It's like no matter how deep in the chain that you go, there's always the interaction of man, essentially translating what quote unquote Jesus has said. So it brings a level of subjectivity.
Well, it brings fallibility to it because man is fallible, where they claim God is infallible.
Yeah,
right. But I think that from where I'm sitting, like, it doesn't matter what you do, you still are the one making the decision, right? You still make that choice. There's no getting away from that.
Yeah, and I would even go into a biblical sense and say that everybody falls short of sin, and that's part of the reason why we have the subjective morality, is because part of that sin is making the decision to go against the objective moral standard. And that exists in everybody, so it's inescapable.
And that's one of the concept of everybody being a sinner and needing saved, or original sin. That entire concept to me is blasphemous. That's saying that because God created everything, including us. And even in Genesis, it said, and God said it was good, right? So God created it. God's perfect. God created us. God was happy with it. We're created in his image, but we're all flawed. And so how's this work?
Well, Forging brings up a good thought too, man. He said, or it could be a simpler thing where is the Bible the only reason why you don't kill, rape, or assault people? And if that's the case, is there a bigger issue there? Because the only thing stopping you from doing these atrocities is a book.
Yeah. And so that's another thing. I don't believe that's the reason at all. Why should we care about the book? I think that the reality is that moral behavior is pragmatic. It's in your self-interest to be cooperative with people. Now there's like very short-term payoffs for being immoral, but your long-term best survival strategy is to behave morally with people.
Okay, there you go, guys. I gotta end the stream already. We're already hitting 3 hours, 4 o'clock over here, and I got my schedule going after this stream. But thanks so much for the panelists to pop in, man. I really appreciate it.
Man.
I'm gonna give you all last words though, last thoughts before we kill out. We'll start with John. We'll go down the line.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, Jake, and all that, and thanks, Flow State. That was fun.
Hey, thank you.
Dusty. Sorry, you keep changing your name every time I see you.
Well, I had to make the new channel because of monetization, but thank you for engaging.
Okay.
I recognize that you'd seen me debate before, and I didn't. So I recognize that you recognize that there's an experience difference here, and you stuck with it anyways, and I appreciate that.
Oh, there's a huge experience. I'm a newbie at this stuff, but thanks a lot. So, I still subjectively hold myself to my objective standards, and all of you guys have a wonderful day.
All right, have a good one, John. Go ahead, Flow State.
No, thanks for having me up. It was great. Thanks for the news reporting, Snowman. And this has been fun.
For sure.
And salute to the chat.
Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the chat. Angry Snowman, you got it.
Hey, I appreciate you for having me up, Jake. It's always a pleasure hopping up here and chopping it up and having discussions with you. Don't do drugs. That's all I got.
That's a great message. That's some great messaging, bro. Ticky Tack.
I was ready to play the moral nihilist card on this entire panel before you decide to end it.
I'm sorry, bro. Like I actually extended the show an hour for John and Flow State and everything like that. So that's why. And so you came in a bit late on that one. No, it was good. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, Dusty, I may jump on one of your panels here shortly and re-extend this conversation.
Yes.
Because I think
it was actually a good
to the new channel.
The Powder Dusty, or are you saying a new channel?
No, that one. Yeah. The Powder Dusty. Okay. Well, yeah, there's
Am I still grounded from your channel?
Were you ever grounded?
Yeah.
I think I just yelled at you.
No, you grounded me.
Oh, well, yeah, you're ungrounded.
There you go. You got the confirmation. You got the confirmation. Bro.
There's a pretty decent chance I might go live again in a few hours.
Okay.
So,
okay. Perfect.
All right,
perfect.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Anytime, Flo, and you're always welcomed. All you guys are always welcome, bro. So I really appreciate Flo. I'm glad Flow State comment because I know Flow State loves to argue. So I was just like, great, Flow State's on here so we can get some back and forth. So
he's
I really
a passive aggressive narcissist, man. He can't help himself.
I think I'm directly aggressive and psychopathic. Thank you.
Yeah,
neutral.
At least he confirms that information.
Yeah, mutual.
Sorry about that, y'all. Has y'all been catching the conversation? I think. Let's go ahead and try to rock this Shannon Sharpe stuff, man. So we can get up out of here real quick. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that showed up. So this is Shannon Sharpe and JimJones. JimJones came on Nightcap with Shannon Sharpe and Ocho. And they had like a little heated debate. It was some of the stuff that we was talking about the other night when we was on the Fuckery Fridays. We was talking about the rapping and stuff. So you're gonna hear the conversation.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Life is good. God is good. I can't complain.
Yeah. So talk to us a little about this music thing. You've been in this thing for a minute now. So talk about JimJones of 20 years ago, JimJones today. Have you noticed anything different in the music industry? Have you tried to do anything different with your sound to keep up with the way the industry is headed?
Oh yeah, the industry has changed tremendously from when I started. There wasn't no social media for one.
Yeah.
When I started in 2003 with my first deal, and even before that, when Cam started with his deal. So these kids got a bit of advantage when it comes to marketing and promo that we didn't have. They had access to a lot of information that we didn't have. A lot of people say it works against us, but I think it works for us in watching the way that these kids work in the present day and things like that. I've learned a lot from them, from how they carry their music, from how they sell their music, and from how they market and promote their music. Us as being here for so long, we tend to get caught up in our dinosaur ways from yesterday and how they carry artists, but that's not the way they carry artists today. So there are platinum artists that have their nose up because they're big platinum artists, but that don't count in today's society. They don't carry it the same way. So what I've chosen to do is always chose to try to reinvent myself, but not to the point where I'm chasing, but there's a medium that I reach because I always want to teach these kids, but I always want to learn something also. So, you know, that and with reinventing yourself, you got to be willing to be disciplined to know what direction you want to go in when it comes to reinventing yourself. You know what I mean? One of the things I credit do is the gym. The gym is one of the biggest attributes to me being able to sustain this long in the game. Sustainability is a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Jim, let me ask you this. And I hear this a lot, especially in music. And I see this in television and entertainment, actors, actresses. It's like, man, every record that he put out, it sounds the same. Okay, he does something different. Man, he don't sound like the old guy. He don't sound like he used to. Okay, an actor, they try to do a different role than what we're used to seeing. Man, I like when he did that. I don't like this new. So you want the guy to change. You want the individual to change and give you something different. And when they give you something different, you say they don't sound the same and you don't like it. So how does someone win? Now, the person that I have the utmost respect for and what she's been able to do is Beyonce. Beyonce is as big as you can get in one genre. And she says, you know what? I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this. I mean, it takes some chutzpah. It takes some guts, Jim, to do that.
I mean,
it do take guts to do that, but you have to be talented enough to do it. most people can't do that anyway. Even the way that she did it, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, Beehive is pretty good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce is pretty nice, but her country song was trash. That's what happened with that is they put a lot of marketing behind that, and because she got a big, you know what I'm saying, platform and people that follow her in certain ways, it's able to convert and move a group and still get the same. So her numbers didn't, from what I seen. I might be wrong about this. Somebody can look it up or whatever else you're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you think I'm talking down on Beyonce or in the Beehive. But the CMT it's large as shit. I ain't gonna say way larger, but it's as large as shit. If she already got a base and that base follow hers over to that space, that means her base plus whatever they got over there and what she can draw from that should make her numbers go even crazier. So if she was in one section and she was popular in that section, getting hella numbers, if her numbers ain't better than that, then that means, again, it didn't follow through like that. If she's still getting high numbers, again, and that's why she probably got the awards and everything like that, but it don't correlate to you grabbing. You should be getting millions and million more. So you should be elevating yourself, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just sitting there at the same goddamn level. Now, from what I've been hearing, I haven't seen Beyonce go quadruple billion. You know what I mean? Like she's still in the same kind of place she was in when she was winning all the other awards, making all the same goddamn music that she's been making. So now she switched over. I'm expecting that shit at least triple, because you get in that fan base too, including your own fan base. So you should have way more people. But you know, let Shannon talk about it. I see you, Uncle Shay Shay. You like Beyonce.
She like Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan left the NBA, he went to the NBL, the Major League, and MLB,
yeah,
the Major League.
He tried to play baseball. Yeah.
Like he had to have a lot of guts, you know what I mean? Like same with like Dion when he was playing football and playing baseball and being successful at the same time in both of them sports. I mean, and that takes a lot of heart. I haven't seen anybody else do that successfully the way that Beyonce has done it. So I tip my hat to the barriers that she continued to break inside of this music industry.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, what you think right now about the state of hip hop, where it is right now? How do you feel about it, especially with the young dudes, with the sound now?
Nigga, they soft. Nigga, it's soft. The hip hop is soft right now. We need a little bit more engagement, a little bit more of that, you know what I'm saying, that grit. Because everything, right, even when back in the day, when you think about those rappers was placating to the game. They really weren't out there selling no drugs. They weren't selling no drugs. And if they was selling drugs, it was people in their family who they so-called supposed, but they ain't sold no big pack. They weren't no big dealer. They were just somebody that was infatuated and was probably around it because other people was, you know what I'm saying, finessing the game. But when it comes to them personally, most of those people will tell you, man, I ain't that, I ain't this. It's just with the image that they put out there. So even if you look at what the image was when they did put it out there, you had to take it like a grain of salt. It ain't true all the way. Biggie went out there doing all that. Well, they say he was, but if you really look at his story and in the documentary that came, nigga, they weren't talking about that nigga was out there a big dope man. They said that nigga was out there selling stuff. He was a good salesman. Same thing with Diddy. Same thing with the rest of them goddamn rappers. Only people that you heard them glorify is certain rappers. You know what I'm saying? You know, my favorite rapper, Sugar Free. You know, they said that boy was out there really pimping. But hey, he got accolades to go with that. You got Jay-Z, who, you know what I'm saying, I really don't rock with, but you know, they got documentation on him. Benny Siegel, documentation on this nigga. Like, you get documentation for getting caught with drugs, selling drugs, Snoop Dogg, documentation. It's certain people that has the documentation, but when you look at certain artists, all artists ain't out here. The big bad bully, the dope boy, that ain't them. It's just something that they placate, they can talk about because they probably seen it or they watch too many movies and they can use what they got from that and turn it into something. Anytime that you can assimilate words together and put them together and make them sound nice, people will follow. I know that very much because I see people do it on YouTube 24/7.
Obviously, I think when it comes to rap in general, hip hop in general. I think the sound changes every 10 years. How do you feel about this era of hip hop right now that we're in? Do you like it? Have you embraced it? What?
I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't matter, because I had my time where we were dictating the sound of music, and we had a ball, and there were older people that was hating on the time that we had and things like that. I encourage these youngsters to be as creative as they can, as long as it's connecting with their crowd and the people are singing your shit and they going to your shows. Then who am I to say I don't like that music when they out here spanking shit? You know what I mean? You did, like, so it's like you gotta stay true to yourself, but find your rhythm in the mix of what's going on. Else you're gonna be lost in the sauce, or you're gonna be looking like an old dude, or you're gonna be looking like a has-been, or you understand? I'm not into that. My energy ain't for that. You heard? If I'm gonna be a contender in this game, I'm gonna play at the top of my ability to play. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna take no shortcuts or nothing. I'm in it. I mean, I gotta contend with the younger boys.
Easy, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. That Fresh Bonnet is cold-blooded, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I keep on staring at it, nigga. I'm like, man, I don't know. That goddamn Fresh Bonnet coming down, nigga. It's kind of player. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ocho, you did say. At first I thought it was ugly. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, that might be it. You know what I'm saying? You take them glasses off, but yeah, that motherfucker hit. I gotta give him, that is. That motherfucker nice.
Boys, I gotta contend with older boys. So that means I gotta come through stepping. They only respect violence, and not to say violence, but you know what I mean. Like, they gotta see that shit. You dig? While I'm in the game, I'm gonna show them that shit. Like, people don't get it twisted. Like, I'm a man of many different things. Like, my rapper hat is one hat that I wear.
Right.
But if I'm rapping and I'm in it, I'm in it. What's up? I'm going against all odds and what I gotta do to maintain be a contender in this game and keep feeding my family and making the money that I make off this. You know what I mean? I think people get that twisted when they see me talking and popping my shit and shit like that. That's just one character that I gotta put out there for y'all to eat up. You know what I mean? But
matter of fact, hold on. I got. Go ahead, Ocho. I'm gonna let you go on. I saw some comments. I saw a clip about and you and Push. I'm not sure if you and Push, got any type of beef or whatever. I just saw something about you talk about the Ace Trumpet. You didn't like the album. You didn't like the song. What he raps about is not believable.
I don't got no beef with nobody. You know?
Right, okay. I'm just asking.
Half of it is my opinion. Half of it is me bending the algorithm. Half of it is feeding into people's simplicity, because the social media is for that. You know what I mean? Yes, and like I said, I'm a rapper in this game. It comes with the territory. You got to be very competitive. It's a very competitive sport, and you better have some thick skin. I ain't saying nothing. I want to hurt nobody or do nothing to nobody.
But that's the main point I was making. Appreciate you to the panel verse, and brother, I know you already dropped it over there in your community post. Man, y'all be more like the panel verse. Drop the link in your community post. It's not gonna hurt you. If you got a Discord, drop it in your Discord. Man, tell people to come over here and fuck with OGDoDirty. If you're not live, hey, tell them come over and fuck with you. When they let me know that you came over and fuck with me, guess what? I'm gonna go fuck with them.
Everything I've been talking about been strictly about the art of war when it comes to the music nowadays. Now, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it would have been a different outcome of what I was, you know what I mean? What I was projecting. Right. I'm not on that. And I think a lot of that gets twisted in with the JimJones of today and things like that. I ain't got no problems with nobody. I ain't got no ops, no nothing. And, as parts of me that I've been working on every day. So sometimes I talk way too fast than I should. You heard? But it's part of the game. I don't care. You dig? I hate it or love it. I'm gonna turn it into a victory for me.
Yes, sir.
Check this out, Jim. It seems to me, since this past summer, past last summer, when Kendrick had that disc, it seems like now people are just like, hey, we saw the success that Kendrick had. Got 5 Grammys. He hosted the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Blah blah blah. We see a lot more dissing going on. Is that where we're headed now?
Shannon, where you been at? You don't remember Tupac? You seen the success that Tupac had?
Yeah, but look,
you see the success. What about Kumo? What about Kumo
did LL?
Cool J? Yes. This is a competitive sport. The rap is built on that. So Kendrick and Drake having what they have was no surprise to the rap industry. I mean, people look at it as something, but this is what the art of rap is about. It's a very competitive sport, and you got to be ready to be on top of your game when it comes to that. So if you put something out, you got to be ready for the same energy to come back at you. That's what rap is.
Well, that's with life. You know what I'm saying? What you put out is, you know what I'm saying? If you don't put nothing out, don't expect nothing to come in. If you're putting a lot out, then expect a lot to come back in. Now, it might not be in the form that you want it to be in, you know what I mean? Good or bad, but it's going to come back. You have to, but don't stay modular. You know what I'm saying? Move, you know what I'm saying? Be, I don't want to use that word progressive, but you know what I'm saying? You got to keep yourself going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of agree with Jim right now, man. If you ain't putting in the work, you can't get mad, bro, when, you know what I'm saying, you don't see the success. We got a guest coming up to the panel. Let me welcome him up the right way. Goddamn OGDoDirty.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
That's a whole fact. What's cracking with it, Beans?
None. I didn't want to report the channel anonymously.
Well, that's a fact, sir. You couldn't report this. This is Sunday demon time, sir. Come get your blessings. You don't report church. Just come in and drop money off in their plate. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we tell them. You know, we're gonna end up locking the doors like Pastor Marvin Sapp. Lock all y'all niggas in that bitch. We're gonna have this conversation because this is what we was talking about the other day. You see that nigga Jones? Talk about the competitiveness. Yeah.
That's
So I'm like, okay.
Report you because you reacted to it before me.
Well, I thought you was gonna be on it already, especially when them niggas start going in and start sounding like they were fighting in third grade. I say, oh yeah, that nigga Shannon lifted.
I was lazy, bro. I was watching it almost. I was watching it in real time, and then I turned away from it, and then I was watching something else. And about an hour later, I seen somebody else reacted to it. I'm like, damn, what happened? What I missed? And I watched it. I was like. And I wanted to jump up, but at that time it was like 4 a.m. I wasn't about to do no show.
Yeah, this shit was. This conversation was. It was started off good, but then I think when this nigga, well, I think I know when the point of time.
I feel like Jim took the first shot on the personal side, but it went as well as it possibly could have. You know what I'm saying? Because. I mean, that's what we do though in real life. I think the assumption is that they don't know each other for real. So then it's gonna look like more than what it really is. But it's the same as if we go to one school and the cats go to another school. When we play against each other, we talk shit to them. You know what I'm saying? And they don't. Well, I ain't gonna say it don't never lead to fighting because sometimes it do, right? But it ain't. That's not the regular outcome. Is that it's an actual fight? The regular outcome is that we talking shit to each other, and that's what this was. They was talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty cool, actually. I actually enjoyed it. I was cracking up laughing.
Yeah, me too. I was laughing. I like the verbals because them niggas didn't really go out of what you call it. I didn't hear no bitches, no hoes, no what they. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing crazy. It was just, you know, elevated tones. I can give that because Shannon, you know, Shannon talk a certain way. When he get elevated, he talk a certain way. When he get activated,
he get loud.
Yeah. Gotta be peeping that shit out. If that salute out to Ocho, man, with his with this French bucket hat on, man. Tell that nigga, man, he tried to get them niggas to calm down and everything. Shannon over there showing his muscles and legs and shit. I say, look at this stick. I say, boy, this shit here. I was laughing.
Was
so I'm like,
to me though, when he told him, you down here. I'm like, yo, this nigga Shannon Sharpe dumb as hell. But to his point though, yo, this nigga JimJones is reckless. He is barking up all the wrong trees.
Well, bro. Okay, so we're gonna hear it in just a minute. So we're gonna come back to this, and I hope Spoon listen to this because you know his show come on in 2 hours. So I was just trying to have something popping before he came on and before we did the drop by discussions. Don't forget, man, we got the TPO today. I think Spoon getting that cranked up around about he said 7 his time, so that's probably gonna be in another hour or so. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. I go and check and make sure, but. If you is on the port side and you got a wrench, make sure you drop that and let people know that we will be going over the times. TPO Sunday. Also, we got 3 shows. It's going to be 4 altogether. You got my show, Tom's show, me and Rez's show, and then my show again. Pushing all night. So Once we get through with this, we'll go over the times, and then, you know what I'm saying, me and Rez will start the DVD, and then later on that night after the DVD, around about 1 my time, that's, you know what I'm saying, whatever times y'all niggas in, I'm Central Time, because I am American. You know, anybody on the borders, you can be considered somewhere else, but me, I'm in the Central, so I am American. We run on Central Time, so we're gonna be starting at around about 1 o'clock or 12. So, you know, we're gonna try to light the date up, you know what I'm saying? Keep the shit moving. But yeah,
I just wanted to come up and mess with you real quick. I'm about to go. I got to eat, man. I'm gonna go eat, and then I'll catch up with y'all on the shows in a minute.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, bro.
So he got this. What Jim is about to do. Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with Jim on this point, because you need that that competition. That it's like they say, what's the old saying? Iron sharpens iron. So you need somebody who is on a certain type of level to fuck with somebody who is on a certain type of level. You don't want what they would say, the peons to be involved in big boy shit. You know what I mean? You lead them down there and you let them elevate themselves up till they get to where your level is. You deal with those who are on your level, because if you don't, they would say that you're looking, pushing, punching down. I don't know. I heard this plenty of times. I always thought it was crazy, but I was like, makes kind of sense, because, you know what I mean? You got all that stuff in the world, this nigga still making, but wait till they get on your level, then see if you can do the same thing. Same thing with ability in basketball. You wouldn't want to play a little kid who's a senior, wouldn't want to play a middle school kid and expect a middle school kid to go out there and dust them off. But at the same time, when that middle school kid gets to a certain age, when he gets to your age you was at, and you get older in life, he might be able to dust you off. The playing field kind of adds up. So we got another guest coming to the panel. Let me welcome him up the right way.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
What up?
What's good with you, man?
Blessed and highly favored.
No, that's right. So I'm over talking about Shannon, Sharpe, and JimJones. Don't know if you've seen it. It was on Nightcap of the Night. It's kind of moving. Everybody I like the conversation they had. I'm gonna point out some things. I've been pointing some things out. I'm agreeing with JimJones right now. Salute out to Ocho Cinco for trying to break this shit up and put these niggas back on what you call it. I deal with it all the goddamn time on YouTube, Ocho. Now you are a YouTube creator, Ocho, live streaming, sir. You finally did what I had to do for many a months, and I still do it to this day, and I have fun with it. But then, you know, you can also come to the Blast app while I allow all that shit to happen. But this is a structured show. This is Sunday's Demon Time. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So did you see this, LA?
Nah, dog. You know what I've been doing. I haven't watched.
Oh yeah, I know.
Been on YouTube in like 4 or 5 days, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Well, this gonna make you laugh. I know you're gonna be having some what, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, this nigga." So I'm waiting on all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have to cuss one of these niggas out when they start talking about this other shit they're gonna talk about. So let's just have fun with this.
It's about some people don't go down that lane, some people go around that lane, some people go right through it. I'm one of the people that go right through it. Win, lose, or draw, I keep the same face.
Mm-hmm. But hold on, Jim, bro. I'm not looking for you to come at me. I put you on. Remember, I used to have you on my. I used to tour with me. You used to open up for me, bro. You know, you remember that, right? When nobody was booking you, you remember that, Jim?
God damn!
You heard the saying when
damn
rivals.
Didn't I tell you, nigga? Now we ain't even now. The LA, we only 8 minutes into a 39-minute video. So I'm telling you, this ain't that niggas. Okay, so when Beans just came up here, salute the little podcast. Y'all go over there and y'all support little podcast. You know what I'm saying? Hit a like, all that good stuff. Mr. Beans, you know what I'm saying? I think that's it. Make sure you go over there and do that for him. But the nigga, I think Beans think Jim threw the first shot. This is when I heard the first shot. What did you hear? Was that kind of condescending with that big word, what that nigga Shannon just did?
Or is it true?
Ooh, wait a minute.
Is it true? I can be offended for something if the nigga is telling the truth. Did he do that? I'm asking you. You would know better than me.
Let me rewind it back. Let me make sure I hear the whole context. Make sure we don't miss up nothing that Uncle Shannon said, because it might be, I'm with LA, it might be true. I want to hear exactly what he said. Because he kind of was like, nigga, I'm gonna say the synopsis and I'll come back on it. I think he was saying that the nigga looked out for you when you wasn't shit. Now you at this level and you think you better than him? Is that what he's saying? But we don't.
Is he saying that? Or is he saying, dude, who the fuck you think you are, nigga? I'm the one put you on.
Got what? Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I agree with that. So
yeah, like he probably think JimJones being disrespectful and Unc like fucking. I'm tired of everybody. He like me.
Oh, the
tired of
disrespect
fucking body.
Bro, you ain't even seen no disrespect yet. It's about to get, bro. You gonna love it. You gonna love it. If I say I don't even understand why there ain't a lot of people here, but I do got people over on X. Appreciate you, my people over there on X. I see No Chase over there. He threw the what you call it. I'm going to put it on the screen. Let y'all know we do have that X up and going. But yeah, we got 4 people on YouTube. That's great. On a Sunday, and I'm doing demon time, nigga. I got 4 people. I usually hold about a good 14, a good 12.
I got shit going in the background, so all this will be fixed. All this will be fixed.
Damn right.
Uncle L got some shit for y'all ass. Let them know, man.
So we we definitely gonna do that too. But yeah, in time, you know what I'm saying? We rock with y'all jigaboos. We rock with y'all jigaboos. That's about all I can say. Let's go.
Drew, I keep the same face.
Mm-hmm. But hold on, Jim, bro. I'm not looking for you to come at me. I put you on. Remember, I used to have you on my. I used to tour with me. Used to open up for me, bro. You remember that, right? When nobody was booking you. You remember that, Jim?
You heard this song. You heard this saying when idols become your rivals. That's what the rap.
Hold on, gotta break this all the way down. Yeah, Shannon might be on to something right there. Shannon might be on to something right there. I agree with Shannon. And this nigga about to say this dumb shit about this rivals and your which is gonna make hella sense too. Let me see what you think about this.
This song, you heard this saying when idols become your rivals. That's what the rap game is about. Did Allen Iverson hesitate to shake Michael Jordan up when he got in the NBA?
Yeah,
no.
He crossed his ass up.
Okay, because he was on another team. That might not stop the love he had for Mike, but while we on this battlefield, my team got to win, and I'm willing to kill anybody that's in front of me for my team to win. And that was Allen Iverson's attitude.
What podcast JimJones got?
So this is he got invited to come on Nightcap. So when all that shit was going down with old girl trying to get, he was going over the stories, and make sure y'all go back and check out LA Wilkes, man, and go look at those. So if you need context or whatever, we talked about some of the stuff that he did. Well, nigga, you got all the shit is on your page, nigga. So I don't have no other choice. I don't want to send them to nobody I don't know. I mean, I'd rather send them to your shit. We had good conversations on Shannon Sharpe and the shit he was going through with old girl, but we showed some of this shit. This is the Nightcap show with him and Ocho. They've been having they've been looking for different people to come on. They tried Gil for a season. That's like they think like the second year doing this, but they tried Gil for a little bit. They had assortment of people coming on there, but now they got Joe Johnson on there, and then they inviting like celebrities. You know what I'm saying? So like JimJones, who else they had on that motherfucker? That's been like Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Would you consider Dion to be a celebrity, or would you put him in the same realm as them niggas? Like, I wouldn't say Dion.
No, he's a celebrity.
Yeah. Well, he know how to commentate too, though. He did. Didn't Dion was like on ESPN for some years, nigga?
Yeah, he did everything, but he's bigger than a football player at this point. He's a Dion status. Yeah, like you can't even consider him.
So they get like the poppin' celebrity and bring them on there and shit and have different words with them. But I don't know what's going on with this. But I agree with what Jim just said too. I mean, could a person look out for you, LA, and that person that you looked out for treat you like shit? Or is it could at the same time, could a person, I'm just saying, look, but at the same time, should you not give grace to the person who you on the field with. You should give them the same, no matter what their status is. You should give them as much work as you're going to give everybody else. It wouldn't be the same, because even though they, you know what I'm saying, got like what he was saying, Iverson and Jordan. Iverson didn't give Jordan no motherfucking grace. When he got on the floor with that nigga, when he hit that nigga with that, you know what I'm saying? He was serious, because he knew if it was opposite roles, Jordan would have gave him that with the tongue sticking out and fucked him over. You see what I'm saying? Because Jordan bigger than the nigga. Of course he gonna go in there and yam on the nigga, but Iverson got defense, so we ain't gonna say he got the nigga play hard. So could both of those be true at the same time?
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
It was good with your trash.
Yeah, he if he feel like he in competition with him, but I still don't know what competition for. Is he getting his own podcast or something? I'm assuming.
Nah,
because they in two different leagues.
So right now, I think JimJones is talking about what he's involved in rap, right? So he's saying, he's using an analogy. If somebody comes into the rap game, well, if I'm in the rap game and I'm still rapping, right, and somebody won't smoke, I'm gonna give them niggas a smoke, because we gonna do it on the microphone, not like going out there, you know what I'm saying, putting hands on niggas, but like on the microphone, I'm gonna be a better rapper than you, no matter what your status is. You're gonna see the conversation where it's gonna go to. It's gonna get crazy, but let's continue.
Can't rap.
Huh?
The nigga can't rap, JimJones. His last couple albums I enjoyed. This shit from before is trash. Everything he did before is trash.
To me, Jim's been that dude. It's only two people or 3-4 people in the rap game that rap crazy like that. Jim rap crazy. And some people don't get it, but it's the same way with 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz rap crazy. Some people don't get it. The person who the 2 people that everybody know that they stick with, that I say that rap crazy, is, you know, Eminem and Andre 3000. So when you talk about Eminem and Andre 3000, how they rap, that's a cadence, that's a flow, you know what I'm saying? That's a, you know what I'm saying, meaningful thought. They go psychological. They go all type of ways with they shit, right? Foreshadowing, you know what I'm saying? They do all type of shit with they raps, right? So when it comes to JimJones and 2 Chainz, I feel like them niggas rap the motherfucker the same fucking way. What that nigga say on that one song, on that Fly High song, he say blue blotitious. Right? He was talking about the bullshit that them niggas was doing before they, you know what I'm saying, the benchy shit. But again, I might be wrong about that. Y'all might not have no more knowledge than all that shit. You know, we fly high, no lie, no, you know, we boldly. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know, go find the song, check it out. But yeah, when it comes to them certain type of people, I think them niggas rap like that. Do you think Jim and 2 Chainz got like a similar type of rap where they don't stick on topic?
No.
Oh wow.
No. 2 Chainz is actually a good rapper. I don't know what the fuck JimJones be talking about.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, but yeah, you definitely gonna go off like Shannon. Let's continue.
Coming to this game, your idols become your rivals. There's no passes when we on the other team. We meet you at the party. We can laugh, pop champagne. But right now, while we on this field, while we on this court, I'm coming to scrape shit.
No,
up.
we can't pop no more champagne. You got people laughing at me, and guess what? They playing in the football game. They playing in the basketball game. Not like us. Oh no, we can't pop no champagne after that. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna close the club down. Hey, if he coming, I ain't coming.
I mean, but I just told you that's what it is. It's competitive sport now. You got it got different levels to it and things like that. But that's what this was built on. You heard? So it's sad that they got to go to such lengths when it comes to artists getting at each other when it comes to the music. But what you project is what you're gonna get. So just have that same energy you put out there, because somebody coming right back at you with that same energy sooner or later.
Well, let me ask you. Let me ask you one more question, Ocho. So, are we gonna get some new music? Because we saw you and Cam kind of going back and forth. Is the Dipset coming back? Y'all gonna link up together and give us some new music? Yes or no?
Right now, I'm worried about myself. Dipset is always Dipset. The birds still fly high. I've been having a bird on my back for the past 15 years when nobody was worried about it. You think so? That's gonna go. But right now, I got to worry about me. I got to worry about my endeavors. I got to worry about my business. I got to worry about my family. You dig? I've done a lot for Diplomats where it did me nothing at the time. But right now, where I'm at in my life, what works for me and what I'm worried about is myself. I can't tell you what the future may hold or what the future may bring. I'm not taking nothing off the table. You dig? But right now, it's about JimJones. And yeah, I am a Diplomat owner.
Bet. Go ahead, Ocho.
I like that. Listen, you took the question I was finna ask, and I think you know what? History repeats itself, Jimmy. History always repeats itself, and most of the time, when history repeats itself, it comes back even bigger and better. I think Diplomats is gonna have a reunion. I think y'all boys gonna reunite, and despite your differences, despite whatever situation y'all might have, you know, all that can be fixed behind closed doors. That ain't nothing but a conversation that just got to be had, especially when they're making that money.
Or a check, you heard? a nice check always calms things down, you heard?
Hey,
I'm not a stupid man, you heard? You did, but I understand, man. But right now, where I'm at, until that happens, until some business get put on the table was advantageous for all sides, right now I got to worry about what Capo was doing. And it's been working for me that way. You know what I mean? I've been staying out of everybody's way a little bit. You know what I mean? Trying to, every day I work on me. Every day I get better and things like that. You dig? I'm unapologetic, you dig? And I don't have no regrets, you know me? But I do work on myself every day. I mean, I'm not a perfect man. You did
him up the right way.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
Good with your triple OG.
I know what you OGDoDirty.
Man, sitting up here listening to this Shannon Sharpe and this they say Shannon Sharpe checks JimJones. But I don't think it was disrespect. I didn't hear no bitches being called hoe ass niggas, stupids. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear nothing. I thought it was funny.
JimJones is right now is a fella by the name of Pusha T. LA, how you doing, brother?
Wow.
Dude, man, I got so much to tell you, dog. It's gonna blow your mind.
Hey, I sent them 2 things I made for you to your IG.
Okay. Yeah, I've been so busy. I haven't checked anything. Like I've been up.
I just sent it right now. I just wanted to come up here and say what's up to you, but we can holler.
Okay.
I hope you have a good Sunday. I'm finna go take my old ass to sleep.
All right.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah, so we're gonna continue.
But I'm the perfect example of what can happen if you stay down till you come up. And that's what I did plenty of times.
I got you.
Jim, look, you one of the OGs. Hip hop is 50 years of age. You've been in this thing 2 decades.
I ain't 50. I'm 48.
I said hip hop is 50.
I thought you were shooting at me. My bad.
Nah. Hip hop is 50, but you've been in this thing for 2 decades, right?
I've been in this thing since a little bit more than that, since 1997. Cam got his first deal, so I'm like 28 years in. Okay,
so almost 3 decades.
Yeah, 100%. And I've been signed my first deals 2 decades ago.
How do you determine who you work with now? When you want to work with the young artists, how do you go about that? How do you like, man, I kind of like.
Now at this point, would you say that nigga won't smoke for Shannon?
No, it seems like it's just like this is OG they talking, just like they too old here.
Okay, cool. I like the way you said that. Do you like that nigga? Be honest. Let's go ahead and take a vote real quick. Do you like that nigga Ocho's French hat, bro? That motherfucker kind of player, bro. I keep on looking at that bitch. Yeah. That nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
This weirdo ass pull off stuff other people don't. So I fuck with him.
Okay.
Like him, I think we can make some beautiful music together.
I mean, I hold no prejudice. I'm looking for great music, and I'm looking for great aesthetic. Music isn't everything in today's world when it comes to music. If you got a lifestyle that you can sell, these kids can buy into, then that's just as good as having a great hit song and things like that. And that's how it works for me. So it's a combination of things that I look.
He's right.
You said that shit before.
It's not even about the music. That's what I keep telling people. Motherfuckers don't care, because I hear some trash ass artists and they got bread because it's not about the music anymore. It's about the beat. It's about the visual. It's about the money. It's about the chains, the cars, the girls. They don't give a fuck about this music. It's everything else. And I've been telling OG this shit for a minute because I've been saw this shit. It's not about the fucking actual product. It's about everything else produced with the product. It's crazy. It's weird as fuck. It's the opposite of what we were back in the day.
Yeah, you're right. But that's like, you know what? I started that off. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I started the show off saying people back in the day, it was a rarity to find an artist who was doing shit they was talking about. Most of the motherfuckers, you had to go, you know what I'm saying? Like I named some people like Snoop. Some of the motherfuckers was locked up for weed, you know what I mean? Shit like that, you know what I mean? The dumb shit they stayed in, you know what I'm saying? They stayed in jail type shit. But most of the motherfuckers, bro, what they found out was, see, most of the artists was placating, right? And everybody else, which is the young kids, all they uncles, all they daddies, them niggas that was trying to do what they doing nowadays, today, they was doing that back in the day. But the crazy part was they was getting their ass locked the fuck up. Couldn't go out there and be gang back in the day, nigga. Them niggas would lock your ass up, right? So now all them niggas was gone. So they took them niggas up out of here, right? So now you got the young niggas saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Then it really fell to where the niggas that's in the streets is the niggas who, you know what I'm saying, been like, because them niggas that's the ones that really did it. So, and that, again, talk to the point that they, if you not giving them something they can see and they don't think that's badass, then nigga, yeah. And them chains, look at JimJones right now. This nigga is how old, fam? 50, 40 something?
48.
Yeah, that nigga out there, look at this nigga up there looking like he about 27.
Fat little ass legs, Jones.
That big boy.
Like John the Baptist. You got them John the Baptist legs.
You know, John the Baptist don't pop up on Demon Time Sundays. He ain't about the Lord. He ain't trying to fuck with him. But we had a little conversation. Floatman was talking about God and shit earlier. You might like that part.
For to work with the artist or to do business with the artist, but as far as doing music with the artists and things like that, obviously I'm a lover of music. So if I hear a record that I hear and I think is dope and I think the artist is dope, I'll reach out to him.
How do you stay motivated? We lost him.
Yeah. Speed up until you catch him. He's gonna come right back. Now ain't gonna be that long.
I'm just saying about
20-something, 30-something, maybe a minute.
The friends, yeah. I was down there for 6 days, so I just got back yesterday.
Oh, that's the vibe. You still spilling?
Yeah.
Spilling,
you know, I'm still on my suave, suave. You know,
you still spilling that shit. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Jim, what at this juncture of the game, what keeps you motivated? What makes Jim jump out of bed, press down hard as he can, and press go? What keeps you going?
I would say the money, but I've been making money for a long time. And the opportunity to take care of my family, I've been doing that for a long time. At this point, I've been doing a lot. So my mission has been to give back more than I took, but I was able to take a lot and I'm still taking. So that's where I'm at in life right now. You know what I mean? The more I bless people, the more I get blessed. And it's just a testament of hard work and being resilient and being real with yourself. I mean,
you believe that the more you bless people, the more you get blessed. You believe that?
But and look, so I said this earlier in the show when I was thinking about some shit, and I was like, But I did say this. And just hear me out real quick. It ain't gonna take me long. I swear to God. The energy you put out, you receive that energy, dog. You got to put forth something out there into the world. What I was telling people was, if you don't do shit, don't expect nothing, bruh. If you sitting on your ass every day, not doing nothing, and just feeding yourself and just putting yourself in, only thing you're going to stay in is in that state. That's just how it works. So you're not going to have that perfect body. Why? Because you're not working out. You're not going to have that perfect mindset. Why? Because the only thing you're doing is thinking down on something or not using your brain at all to do anything. You see what I'm saying? But when you put forth something and you do stuff, you receive it back. Now, it might not be, again, just like when you don't do it, it might not be all positive. And it ain't going to be all negative either. It's going to be a sorbet. Everybody might not like it because you might be a little bit too cocky. You might be structured and they're a little bit loose. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be certain things you're going to have to deal with, but you got to put something out there, bro. You can't just sit back and expect to get a hand out and expect everything to be free. You got to put work in, dog. You move your body, bro. If you sit in the bed all day and you don't move your legs, you lose I ain't gonna say you lose the chance of walking, anything like that, but nigga, you lose you lose your mass, you lose all that shit inside your legs, bro. You don't really use them up like this, so your shit get weaker. People who move their shit a lot, do certain things, they body in better condition. It just is what it is. It's working. When you don't work on something, then pretty much out. That's why I'm thinking I'm getting out of the situation, but these niggas about to go where it need to go, dog. Like I said, I think you're gonna enjoy this.
Mm-hmm. You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right, I'm way more influential than Nas.
So big nigga, when you smoking, when you said you was better than Nas,
run that back to the part where he asked him was he smoking. I need to hear that hating shit again. That was crazy.
More than I took, but I was able to take a lot, and I'm still taking. So that's where I'm at in life right now. You know what I mean?
You know when a nigga about to say some shit he ain't got no business saying, he take off his glasses to wipe his eyes.
Look at that nigga. Hey, somebody get that screenshot of this nigga shit and squinting like that.
Nigga is out of line, sir. Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, I need that motherfucker, bro. That nigga
I got
crazy.
you. There you go. Uncle L got you, sir. I'm cleaning that up.
Appreciate you. I'm up there as a what you call it?
This nigga thought about this shit when he said it. That was crazy.
I'm gonna have Shannon sitting up there looking at us like, nigga, what y'all doing? Yeah, that was a good pause. It was a good power call right there, LA. I wasn't even expecting to get that. Look, that nigga Jones look crazy in the bitch too. Look at this nigga. Boy, these niggas is crazy, dog. All right, here we go.
The more I bless people, the more I get blessed. And it's just a testament of how
Shannon look crazy, bro. Look at you see it.
Working, being resilient, and being real with yourself. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right.
That nigga said I might.
That was crazy, dog.
That nigga does. That nigga Jones funny in the bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, fool. That nigga is hilarious.
I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when you talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
You said that
but listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Mm-hmm. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There a lot of folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit. And we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
Well,
that's hate.
Bro, well, see, you gonna say that I'm hating because, nigga, I said the fucking same fucking thing, nigga. I said, look, so we literally had this conversation the other day. You weren't even here. We had on Fuckery Fridays, right? Because you know what I'm saying, we can't steal your idea, and plus you're gonna be coming back, and then got to get your day back. I was just stepping in, trying to help out, but I said it. Spoon said it. We ain't no Nas fans like that, right? Nigga not saying that nigga like guy badge. Nigga just saying. The nigga, and it went about him and JimJones just going through Nas lyrics, right? And Nas, I said this shit on stream, bro. after Billy, whenever that time frame was, after that gangster, that nigga went in a whole fucking a different direction, bro. It was more of a pop or trying to be something that he wasn't. Everybody knew this nigga for posting to being that dude. He wasn't that after that. What you think about that? Do you remember any of that? Because you a little bit, like I say, you older than me. You my brother age, so I'm gonna listen to all this shit these niggas listening to. And I'm pretty sure you had it.
Yeah, but I don't think he fell off at all.
No, I'm talking about like, so I think what Jim is talking about is the influence, right? He had on folks. When you change your imagery, in the industry, right? Do you think that's a good or a bad thing?
I think it's a necessary thing. JimJones, they can say the same thing about his silly ass, right? I think it's just a necessary thing. Because you gotta adapt and evolve. You can't stay the same nigga you was. I think he had no choice but to adapt and evolve.
So, see, that's why I see, man, this is where I differ from you at. I don't see it like that. Because I'm not saying that he didn't evolve with his lyrics, and I'm just saying that the imagery that he gave off, bro, everything Nas was doing, bro, it was that hood nigga shit. After he did Belly, what did you see that nigga do? Man, see, I think we just went over them down. It was, I don't even know how many that nigga got. He got Stillmatic, Illmatic. What else he got? We just had we
got a bunch of them.
See, a Spoon was like Spoon to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was going over the motherfuckers, nigga, on Rate the Bars, nigga. We was on that nigga Nas, bro. So it was crazy. So I heard all type of shit from this nigga, bro, and I'm still thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, bro, this nigga wasn't it, bro. Once, you know what I'm saying, later on, he just slow. But he got a lot of, they say he got what, 100-something million, 200-something million deal, 150-something million deal. So that nigga, he doing all type of shit outside of rap, retired rapper. So, but again, I goddamn LA.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes. You ever heard of a Kofi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys. You heard?
Hey, Jim.
Yo, and people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kofi list back. I just told you I'm gonna change man stuff for law. Can you dig?
Nah, look, I'm putting it like this here, Jim. Hey, bro, you been in this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
y'all
but
ain't
look how you
effing with
dress.
Nas.
Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. And the
But
things that we listen to.
I can be in the church house. You can't F with Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, I know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas. You're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than Nas.
It don't matter.
Look at you. Look at you.
Nobody from Dipset gonna take you over Nas. Nobody from the Diplomats but you.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on.
Welcome to YouTube, Ocho Cinco. Just saying, Nick. What you think about this so far, LA? I think this nigga walked away. Might be busy. I'll get him some water or something. He'll come back to the madness. He'll let me know when he needs me to stop. If you want to join the panel, hit the link and come on up. You already know OGDoDirty style. I mean, you ain't got to be on camera, but you can. You won't be, maybe a little $20. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're on the blast tab, you come on camera, ain't tripping like that.
Nah, I hear it. They're getting a little out of hand, but we're going to see where it goes.
Jimmy. You want to go back to I really mean it? I really mean it, started. We could go back to the history, bro.
For you to even say that,
bro. Don't do that, bro. That's
Hold on, hold on.
I
got a question. I got a question.
Stick up for itself and meet me in a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
He Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that
because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man. You heard he's a very smart businessman. He hold
on. Jimmy, hold on. I got a question.
Go
ahead. Hold on, Jim. Hold on.
Say Nas hit a couple of business licks. That nigga, that crazy. That nigga JimJones is crazy.
Oh, hold on. I got a question. This you do, Jimmy, and anything that you do, right, I've heard you preach it all the time, right? When you was playing football, your first thing you always say, ain't nobody here better than me.
Tell him again.
You done told me that story a million times. Wait, listen to me now.
Fuck you think I'm gonna be second to anybody in this world?
Jimmy.
But
hold on,
God,
Jimmy, stay with me real quick. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. But I'm just saying that mentality, isn't that how you supposed to feel? Isn't that how you supposed to feel?
You know, let me ask you a question. When you was on the field, you thought you was better than T.O. and Moss?
Hell yeah. What you mean? Man, I ain't gonna say it out loud.
Now he coming at him. Holy shit.
This nigga say, it's about to get real good. Ocho, you better get back. You better get, matter of fact, on my shit, I'm on the side today anyway. I got it, god damn it. Better have it. Yeah.
You better get him back. You better get him back.
That's the whole fact.
You done came on here and say, I ain't better than Moss. I'm not better than T.O. I'm not better than Rice. You said that.
I'm not playing the game no more.
But you wasn't. When you was playing.
That's the difference.
Hey, Jim, while you talking, you need to get with the law.
I'm still playing.
Jada them done cooked all at the verses.
I'm still playing.
Oh, that's crazy.
At a high level.
Hey,
that nigga said Jada them cooked y'all in the law.
The verses, he killed them. They killed him. It was bad.
That nigga Shannon ain't shit, nigga. Shannon over here cutting up on this nigga, fool. What is Shannon Sharpe doing, man? What you doing, Shannon? Get it together, Uncle Shay. What you doing? Get it together, dog.
You jumping up and down.
I'm still playing at a high level.
Get Jada.
I'm rapping at a high level. You better check my stats, bro. I will run circles around Nas rapping right. I will run circles around Nas rapping right now. Right now.
Think about that, LA.
Hey, man. Everybody needs an imagination.
Do you think JimJones will run circles around Nas?
No.
Right now?
No, not even close. That was wild.
I think Nas gonna come out with some of that with the most endless rhyme that ever gonna be heard.
No, because he got $100 million.
Okay. So the money count.
That's a fact. And they didn't even acknowledge him.
Okay, that's okay. I ain't gonna make
I will run Saturn around Nas right now rapping. Everybody knows that. You heard?
He done retired. He put it down.
Bro,
he said it down.
I will run laps around Nas rapping right now, bro.
Jim. Oh, you talking right now? But I'm talking about without and his prime and your prime. You couldn't see him.
I'm still in it. Oh, Cam was smoking his boots. I wasn't rapping when he was rapping, but Cam really got at him. Remember, I really mean it. We've been getting at them boys, but this is not about that. Right now, 2025, I'm in the game still rapping at a high capacity. If Nas wants to smoke, come in the booth. I will rap circles around.
Smoke. He enjoying that 150 million, 200 million.
Okay, then. So then leave me alone while I'm on the field.
You was effing with him. He wasn't bothering you.
I'm on the field. I'm picking on whoever, whatever. I don't care. I'm on the field.
Well,
and guess who's the most
on the field? Kendrick, Drake, Weezy, they on the field. You need to call like Drake.
Guess who
you need to call like Weezy. You need to call like Kendrick. You need to call somebody that's still in it. He ain't in it.
So do you think that JimJones need to be calling out people that still in the game if he believes that he's the best in the game? That's the way it should go, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's competition. But I'm pretty sure they all know each other. Tim and Nas really don't fool with each other?
I don't even know, bro. I just think that nigga is I don't even know the part, but Shannon gonna read it off like Shannon, bro. Shannon got his notes, bro. You gonna see this, but check this out.
Why? Kendrick ain't at my age. Kendrick ain't at my age. I wasn't dating my era. That's not my era.
He retired. Have you ever heard of retirement?
Well, that's my era, so I'm calling all of them out. I don't care if you retired or not. Deal with it. If not, meet me in the booth, Jack. You heard? Meet me in the booth. And I'm just talking about
hey, call Jada.
Let's get this right. I'm not mad. It's about the sportsmanship of the game. People know I'm a very aggressive person, and that seems to get misconstrued when I'm talking my shit. I'm just talking my shit, you heard? Let me talk my shit because I am on the field. If anybody got a problem with that, they can meet me on the field. That is the booth. Anybody from that era. Anybody.
Hey, well,
you know what? Anybody from that era. Anybody.
Well, you and Jada in the same era.
Anybody from that era. Don't try
you ain't seeing Jada. Stop that. Stop that.
Anybody from that era.
Stop that.
I'm not scared of nobody.
Man, hey, so you speed right now.
Anybody from that era.
Hey,
I'm
put
not
the
scared
brake
of
assist
nobody.
on. Hey, I got to put the brake assist on. You speed, so I got to slow you down.
I'm in the field daily. In the booth daily. Anybody want to work out, tell them come to the field.
This is the perfect opportunity. You're not even paying attention. Your antennas ain't up right now. Listen, he said anybody from his era, anybody in the field, right? Shit, we can have our own verses on our own nightcap verses.
Nah,
I got Nas and Jada.
It's deeper than the verses. It's about who making music. Meet me in the booth. Put the record up. Give us a time to do the record by. Give us a subject, and let's see who gonna smoke who on the booth.
Yeah, it is.
That's it.
Man, come on.
It's about the sportsmanship. It's about the craftsmanship. Fuck the numbers. Fuck the records. You heard? Because we both got records that can smash. We both got. Nigga, meet me in the booth. Fuck all that old school shit. We're playing on records from 20 years ago. I am not nostalgic, nigga. It's 2025. Yo want smoke? Meet me in the booth. Set it up, and we could do it for money. Label.
That nigga said I'm not nostalgic. This nigga hilarious, dog. That nigga records don't sell.
That's because this shit from 20 years ago was trash.
That's the whole thing. That nigga is crazy.
Wasn't pay for it. How y'all want to do it? We can make a spectacle out here. You heard?
I got it. Let's
I'm
go.
A sportsman, you heard?
Yeah.
I got Nas.
I
got God's son.
In the booth.
Well, get him in the
booth. I got Jada.
Listen to me. If you get anybody in the booth, I will pull up by myself. On my
why would you want to pull over the team? They can't help you. When you get on that mic, they can't help you. When Jada and Nas start spitting, who you gonna get to help you?
Hey, Unc, you're not seeing the vision, Unc. I'm seeing the vision. Unc, you're not seeing the vision. There's an opportunity.
You gotta start buying baggy your clothes, big fella. You too big, man.
You talk about you in the gym. Now you want to get me? You want me to see me in the gym?
Oh, we could do
Since
that.
You like to talk that ish. Now come see me in the gym.
We talking about working out.
Come see me in the gym.
We talking about working out or strength?
What
you talking about? Working out or strength?
Work however you want to do it.
We talking about
since you got money.
If we talking about
put your money where your mouth feels.
So you talking about working out? I burn you. You talking about working out? I burn you. You talking about working out or strength? Because you probably can lift a lot more than me.
Whatever.
You're bigger than me. You're probably stronger than me. But if you talk about working out, I burn you.
This ain't what you do. This ain't what you want. You are doing good when you talk about Nas and Jada. You don't want to see this.
Check the stat.
You don't want to damn the stat.
You better go to my IG. Set it up.
Man, please.
Also, set it up.
I'll be the, I live for dump truck guys like you.
What you want to start on?
Small. You ain't in my league,
What you want to start on?
How you want to do it? You ain't in my league.
What you want to start on?
You ain't in my league. You too small. You too small. Hey,
two old ass niggas on steroids.
That nigga, look at this nigga saying he about to start showing
all on steroids. Look at that TRT.
That motherfucker working, ain't it? Let's say that's when we gonna get on it, dog. When we gonna go ahead and get stocky like these niggas?
Once I hit 45, I'm getting on that.
Start picking up pianos by hands and shit, and just carrying them motherfuckers. When we gonna start doing this shit, LA for real?
Maybe 45 or 50. I'm gonna get on that TRT.
You think LA gonna be out there ripped, nigga? You know what nigga?
That shit is amazing.
This shit crazy. This nigga said about showing that nigga his arms and legs. This nigga Shannon crazy and big.
Don't back out. Do not back out now. Do not
This
jack out now.
you.
I come to Atlanta tomorrow and give you one.
This you.
Bro.
You too small.
Bro.
You not
talking.
Don't do that.
You talking a lot. What you want to do?
Stick to
How
what you do.
it?
Hey, stick to what you do. You good on the mic. I won't take that away from you. But stay out the gym. Do you want to do it or not?
You say
some money. Do you want to do it or not?
I want to compete too. What we doing? Because neither one.
Hey, start with Ocho. You can't. You don't get to come into the room.
Let me tell you one story. I'm going to tell you one story. How I met Antonio Brown. My son said, yo, you know, Antonio Brown live up the block because I live on the beach and shit like that. I'm like, who's that? He showed me to him. I DM'd him. He like, oh yeah, your son play football. Come get this.
Nigga, that is fucking crazy. Did you catch that shit?
Nah, what'd he say?
He say, my son told me Antonio Brown lived up the street. This nigga JimJones asked his son, who is that?
Well, wow, that was crazy. But to be fair, that nigga is in jail.
Look at this.
How I met Antonio Brown. My son said, yo, you know, Antonio Brown live up the block because I live on the beach and shit like that. I'm like, who's that? He showed me to him. I DM'd him. He like, oh yeah, your son play football. Come get this workout. So I get on the beach. Cam Newton and like a few other NFL players. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. He made two of them go home because I finished the workout before they finished the workout, bro. Do not play with me. I'm a beast, nigga. I will go crazy on you, Shannon. Shannon, I will go crazy on you. What do you want to do? You want to work? You want to work out or you want to do strong shit? You heard? Yeah. Because obviously you can lift longer than me, but you can't work out with me, bro. I'm a beast, nigga. I'm a beast.
Yeah.
You can't do one muscle up, nothing. You can't do nothing with me, bro.
Dude, you weigh 150 pounds. You should do muscle up.
I weigh 195.
Hey,
I weigh 195.
Hey, Jim.
You a lightweight.
You better go to my Instagram. Go to my Instagram right now. I work out every day. I post it.
I don't post it.
Don't play with me.
I work out in secret.
I post it every day, nigga. What's up?
I don't post nothing.
What day you want me to come to Atlanta?
I ain't even in Atlanta. I'm gonna come see you.
Oh, come to New York. We got gyms. When you want to do it?
Man, them little
you want to do
rat.
live on the show? You want to do it live on the show? 30-minute workout?
I don't do anything for show. Just me and you. And I just want you to know that I kick your ass doing what you do.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho?
Hey.
See, you about show.
I went in two.
I'm about dough.
I won in two.
The show gets the dough. You never heard that?
Yeah.
No dough, no show. What's up? You scared? We can do it for pay-per-view. We can do it for pay-per-view. I know you got a lot on the line because you're a professional football player or ex-professional football player.
I retired. I retired.
You don't want to get
when you signed your first contract, I was retired.
Bro, so how would an ex-football player look like getting scraped up by an older rapper?
Hey, when we gonna compete?
Ain't no rapper beat me in nothing but on the microphone. When it comes to the gym, that ain't happening.
What you want to do? What you want to do?
Look here. You have the rap game. That's you. That's your era. That's your era. That's where your era of expertise. Yeah, man, I ain't finna waste my time dealing with you, man, because you ain't on this level.
You want to run sprints? You want to run routes? What you want to do? Or you just want to stay in the gym? Or you just want to stay in the gym? And I got a bad hamstring and I still give you work. Or you want to stay in the gym?
I'm staying in the gym. I don't want to do nothing but that iron. I don't move nothing but iron.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Bro. We can move iron, bro. I will wear your ass out with the iron, bro.
Hey, check my resume. It's extensive.
In 30 minutes, you won't last 30 minutes with me. You want me to follow you or you want to follow me? How you want to do it?
You can't follow me.
I'm gonna record.
Cause you can't do nothing. You can't bench. You can't squat. You can't do nothing. You want to do body weight movements. I don't do body weight movements. I move iron.
You better go check my gram. I do circular squats. I do regular squats. We do deadlifts. We do everything. Are you out your mind?
Yeah.
Man, that little weight, you 195 pounds. Man, what I look like going up against a 195-pound man in the gym? That's wasting my time. Next, Ocho, take that. Ocho, take that.
Sound like you're skipping out. Sound like you're skipping out, but where I'm from.
Did that nigga just tell Ocho to take care of that nigga because he's a heavyweight? It's good.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Nigga saying
but the heavyweight is a 100 sometimes.
Shit, you would have been doing the same thing if you was that nigga Shannon.
I mean, these rich niggas arguing, so no.
We talk about working out, nigga. I can't beat now one of them. I don't do what them niggas do every day.
I can whoop Shannon ass. He old. I know I can get one good one on.
You tell the nigga grab you and hook smash your ass, rip all your clothes off. Shannon got a forehead, dog. I'm scared to get hit by that bitch. JimJones look like he'll bite the shit out of you. Nah, I ain't gonna take that fight. Stay away from that.
A challenge is a challenge, nigga.
Yeah, it regardless of size, right?
Yeah. We fight all bullies where I'm from. That's how I get up, nigga.
Yeah.
You heard? I ain't scared of no man on nothing, nigga. You heard?
Hey, I'm the U.S. I'm the U.S. What I look like taking over Greenland? They ain't even got no damn military. JimJones, this ain't what you like. This ain't what you're looking for,
bro. Bring your mouth and your body to Harlem.
Let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym.
Yeah, man, about that man. That 195 pound man, he want to do some muscle up.
You thought I was one of these out of shape rappers. No, I'm in super shape. No. I'm not in regular shape. I'm in super shape.
Hey, apple is a shape. Pear, egg.
I'm not in regular shape. I'm in super shape. And you can ask everybody, the whole industry,
we was having a great conversation.
The whole
it was great.
Knows.
You see, sometimes you see what you did.
Why you think I was on the cover of Men's Health? For my looks? Because I get busy.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
When we going in the gym? Because I want this work.
I'm busy.
I want this work.
Now you busy. You bring it up. Now you busy, rich man.
You brought it up. You on your capacity. First of all,
call that nigga rich man. Nigga said, now you busy, rich man. This shit here, boy. These niggas, this sound like us. They sound like us. Why we ain't this popping, man? You know what I'm saying? Put OGDoDirty at the top, man. I'm talking like, God damn.
I have no fucking clue.
Nigga, apple is a shape. This nigga is crazy. He built like a bag of milk. This nigga crazy.
Ball, you chat, you want Nas, you want Jada, you want everybody, and then you try to come
No.
nobody.
You said that. You start bringing other
You
people.
said that
Don't try no slick. Don't try no slick shit. I said I don't care who it is. I will go up against anybody.
JimJones
That's what I
claims
said.
he's a better rapper than Nas. JimJones defends himself against Nas comparison. JimJones rejects Nas comparison. Check my record. JimJones argued he's bigger than Nas. You said that.
You sound like you a little hot. You over there hot?
Man.
You in your feelings?
Cause me and everybody else
your
knows
glasses
you can't
is
F
crooked.
with Nas.
Fix your glasses a little bit. Your glasses is a little crooked.
My glasses are fine. You can talk about I take them off. You can see, and I still can see you can't F with Nas. I put them back on. You still can't F with Nas.
Come on, sing 16 bars. Sing 16 bars of Nas right now. Sing your favorite Nas record right now.
The man busy.
Sing it. Sing it. Sing your favorite Nas record.
First of all,
up.
Once you get to a certain listen.
Sing your favorite Nas record.
Jim.
I bet you know your favorite Jay-Z record.
Hey,
I bet you can say your favorite. Your what?
Jim.
Sing your favorite Nas record.
Okay, you done flew high. You came back down now.
Sing your favorite Nas. Sing your favorite Nas record, bro. Since you going crazy for him. I can sing more Nas. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. So you are capping. You are capping. That's what you're doing.
First of all, bro,
you are capping. I'm a bigger Nas fan than you are. You are capping.
First of all, I'm 57. I don't be singing no rap. I don't be singing.
That nigga should have dropped that nigga. Get your ass back here and brought him back. He can't handle JimJones. Nigga, JimJones out there cut up. Who that nigga JimJones remind you of? In this space, y'all. Who would JimJones remind you of in this conversation? Like anybody that we know that came over to your channel or in other people's channel, who would JimJones remind you of?
Man, I have no clue. Beans?
Oh yeah, you out of line. That's your opinion. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I had that nigga set as King. I had that nigga set as King Rooster. You don't see Vic? Or you think he making a lot of sense? That's what I see. I see Vic, cousin Vic, all over this. That nigga having fun because he already thought that nigga said something that he didn't say at first. What you say? I thought that was my fault. I thought you said nigga JimJones been on one. He been on one since he got up here.
No rap.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho? He don't even know about rap. He just doing this for the views to get JimJones on there to get him hot. I understand, but you don't know him hot. You don't know Nas.
You better check the podcast space. Now you better talk.
Sing 16.
Hey, this the biggest podcast you ever been on.
Name one Nas record.
This the biggest podcast you ever been on. You know the podcast you been on bigger than this one.
Hold on. We on topic. Hold on.
This is what I do. You
name a podcast you been on bigger than this one. When you get big, you get invited to Club Shay Shay.
This is what I do.
Nas get invited to Club Shay Shay. Jadakiss get invited to Club Shay Shay. You not on that level yet, bro.
It's for little.
You just hear that. Man, he over there doing his thing, man. He ain't a YouTuber. He ain't a content creator right now. He came up here just to support OG. Man, if y'all want to support the stream, support the channel, you can drop some money in the plate and CashApp OGDoDirty or hit the super chat. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bless the show. But yeah, this right here, man. Yeah, that was crazy though. What that nigga just told that nigga. He just basically sunned that nigga. He just basically told that nigga you ain't shit. And he gave him an example why he ain't shit, because you got invited to Nightcap, and then that's like he throwing Ocho underneath the whatchamacallit, because he's telling him, you on this show, nigga. You haven't made it to Club Shay Shay, which is the most popping platform that he, you know what I'm saying, that they got. So you still on the small league. You ain't made it to the big league yet. That's crazy. I'm gonna wind it back so y'all can hear what that nigga Shannon just got to say. That nigga Shannon crazy.
Young.
I'm gonna try to do that, but back it up.
For the views to get JimJones on there to get him hot. I understand, but you don't
get
know
him hot.
You don't know Nas.
You better check the podcast space. Now you better talk.
Sing 16.
Hey, this the biggest podcast you ever been on.
Name one Nas record.
This the biggest podcast you ever been on. You know the podcast you been on bigger than this one.
Hold on. We on topic. Hold on.
This is what I do.
Name a podcast you been on bigger than this one. When you get big, you get invited to Club Shay Shay.
This is what I do.
Nas get invited to Club Shay Shay. Jadakiss get invited to Club Shay Shay. You not on that level yet, bro.
It's for little young white girls. Chill out. Chill out. Don't play with me, bro. Chill out.
Off topic.
You're dealing with the wrong one, bro.
Right here, bro.
I don't care nothing about nothing that shit you got to say, bro. You might as well take me off this shit, bro.
We here. You can't out talk me.
Leave me alone, bro.
You might can out rap me, but you can't out talk me.
Don't nobody want to go to Club Shay Shay. Nobody want to buy no VIP tickets to that shit. Nobody rushing to go to that shit.
Biggest podcast you ever been on.
Club Shay Shay.
Hey,
if you got a good podcast, you get an invite.
You do got a good podcast.
Nobody listening to me.
The podcast is tremendous. You and Ocho do your thing. But don't get it twisted, bro. I don't care nothing about no fucking podcast, bro.
We supposed to be talking about music and love and embracing one another and culture and having
we ain't gonna let it come out here and disrespect Nas and Jada. That ain't gonna happen on here.
That shit went left fast, dog.
It went. She said, "Damn, Chad, that's a whole fact. Damn, Chad." I say, I'm sitting over here thinking the same thing, bro. God damn, Chad. Don't make no sense, man. Sound like you good, Playboy. That nigga say we ain't gonna sit here and let the disrespect run. I see you, Shannon. Hey.
Now, where were we?
Why you keep putting Jada into this? Why you keep putting Jada into this? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you, bro? You type of nigga to get caught like, nah, come out. They call us all. Like, why you keep trying to put Jada into this, bro? Nah, I get it, bro. It's all good. It's all love, bro.
All right, you how about this here? Tell us about the movie you got coming out.
The next movie? What you said?
Yeah, you got a movie coming out, right?
Coming at the church steps, a lovely movie. I got a bunch of comedians in there, a bunch of influences that we all know. I'm excited to put that movie out. Comes out later on this summer. It's added on to my album. Got a bunch of dope actors in there too, so I'm looking forward to that.
So are you most proud of the movie you have coming out, or the new music you got coming out, or they're equal?
I'm more proud of the business that I've been doing lately.
Okay.
See, you must think my life revolves around music, when my music is just probably the smallest fraction of my life, even though it fuels a lot of the things that comes to my life because of music. But I'm a great businessman all around the board, you know what I mean? So you got to learn a lot more about me. And I'm a philanthropist. I'm one of the few people that do give back, shirts off my backs and things like that. All the rhetoric about the rap and back and forth is cool and shit like that. But deep down inside, I'm a way iller man than what we got here going on.
Got another guest coming to the panel, and I got to celebrate Kingdom Money for supporting the channel. Let me bring our guest up.
OGDoDirty, let me hear.
That's a whole fact. I'm a guy, E-Dub, in the building. Give me a second, E-Dub. Let me celebrate Kingdom. Thank you, Kingdom Money, for the support. What's cracking with you, Dub?
What's going on, OG? And salute the Kingdom Minded, man.
That's a whole fact.
What's good with you, man?
Sitting up here listening to Shannon and this nigga JimJones tripping fuck out about this dumb shit, different weights.
Yeah, I seen this shit earlier today.
Man, that shit had me laughing like a motherfucker. I said, boy,
yeah,
this nigga.
Me too.
You niggas crazy, boy. Tell you now, that nigga Ocho said, no, man, we off topic. I said, yeah, nigga, you finally a content creator, nigga.
Nah, because he saw that shit looked like it was going left.
He's like, man, what the hell?
Trying to bring it back.
That nigga, I was laughing because that nigga Shannon kept on getting up out his seat, putting that nigga like, you know, the nigga do a nigga in the basketball game. Nigga, yeah, you small, boy. Nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga Shannon crazy. Bro.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie, man. And I know you probably feel the same way, man. I dislike New York shit talkers, man. I dislike all that fucking shit. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, JimJones on some dumb shit. Like, this nigga I mean, like, it's funny because we just had this Nas conversation a couple days back. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole thing.
And then this motherfucker, you know, but I know you might not, you know, y'all was talking about how Nas and the songs and hits or whatever, but I'm pretty sure you know that JimJones can't fuck with Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. But we're lyrically, I mean, they have to just go in the booth and do their thing. And what's probably gonna happen is Nas is probably gonna win. But that nigga Jim, bro, them niggas rock with that nigga, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like this nigga ain't right now. When you talk about people respect Nas, Jim is out here, and these young niggas they don't really see Nas like that. They might revere Nas because of niggas like us, like, you know, this nigga got this nigga, this song here go hard. Like I said, I don't rock all that nigga shit, but nigga, some of that shit, bro, I was like, nigga, nah, I ain't fuck with it. But that goes for each and own. You know what I'm saying? You might not like everything an artist do, and you might like a song that I don't like. Just like me and my little brother run through this all the time. This song here fire. I don't think that song trash. I like this one. He be like, well, that song ain't what that is. This song better. So we used to do that shit all the time. But when it comes to these niggas having a conversation on what they having a conversation on, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out who do you think threw the first shot, Shannon or that nigga JimJones?
JimJones.
You think Jim did?
Yeah. See this, and it wasn't like, I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. And I don't think that Shannon was a shot, but Shannon did which, and I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all, a lot of these motherfuckers disappoint the shit out of me, man. There's nothing wrong with calling a fucking spade a spade, OG. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying about other people. I don't like that shit. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. When he initially said this shit, he was on fucking Fat Joe and Jada Kiss podcast. Jada Kiss and Fat Joe know for damn sure there is no way. It's levels to this rap shit, man. And I'm gonna say, just because you don't like Nas, or not even say you didn't say you didn't say you didn't like Nas. You didn't say Nas ain't how me and Beans have revered him. You didn't feel the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that nigga is still levels to shit. It's like that's like saying Face Mob is the same as this. Like he can hang with Face. Fuck no. He can't even hold Face jocks. He can't fuck with that nigga, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way he could fuck with him. It's levels to this shit. And Jim is the oldest young nigga I've ever seen, man. Yo, he 50-something years old, still trying to be a young nigga. Yo, like, come on, give it up. That's what make him whack to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might be relevant because he's putting music out, but he's still trying to be the old OG that's still cool, but you got grays all over, dog. Like, yo, you got a fucking gray beard. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. Some shit is like, yo, stay in your lane and stay in your age.
Yeah, I see that too. But you know, that's another thing I was saying. I was like, look how that nigga JimJones on his mouth. Still got that swag. But it's appealing, bro. It's still appealing to the young cats. So
you know, it looks stupid, OG. Yo, we need old niggas to we need old niggas to grow up. We need old people. If you 40, 50, I'm not saying that you should be in a suit and tie, but you should look your age. You know what I'm saying? You should dress your age. Yo, let the young niggas do their thing. Yo, your time is gone.
Like I said,
make room, yo.
I dig that part. You know what I'm saying? I can see you on that, but again, when you got this much jewelry around your neck, you flossing the way that you flossing, you ingrained with certain things that they do in social media. And again, it might not be the same way as Nas. Nas probably took a different direction, like you said. he in the shadows. He making moves, getting, like Shannon said, 150 or $200 million deals and shit. JimJones ain't doing that. JimJones is taking a different route. So who you think is connecting with these YNs more? Who you think is gonna have the most influence? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be us that's gonna be able to tell them. That's why I say even the conversation we was having the other day and listening to certain songs, like, nigga, we going through some of the motherfuckers. I'm like, okay, when we talk about this, we talk about that when it come to Nas, but we talk about bars and certain shit like that. It's some songs, like you said, man, Spoon was like, okay, that was nice, that was cool. And we had some, we was like, man, we got to get that by the 6 or so. And then the songs that we put were our 8s and our 7s. It's like, oh, this ain't even one of the best songs. You know what I'm saying? So that made me think like, damn, I know I got to be off because these people spitting on this one. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that type of stuff, yeah, if that nigga Shannon, I think Shannon threw the first. I think Shannon.
Let me go back to it. Let me go back to that, OG. You can say he threw the first shot, but he threw the first insult. To me, it's like this, man. We all have people that have come before us. You know what I'm saying? We all have people that are still like might be in the legendary status. Face could be like now he could be a legendary status, but that doesn't mean everybody has to think he is a legend. But you gotta hang up the shit. You gotta hang and get out the game. You can't still be like, that's like Jordan still hooping now. At some point, I'm jumping from Jordan to LeBron. But at some point, LeBron has to hang that shit up because LeBron is going to look washed. See, that Jim still being active doesn't necessarily mean that you being revered the same way. You know what I'm saying? All legends got to hang that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And I just think Jim is still trying to be relevant to get the money he didn't get. Nas got his bread, so Nas can hang it up. Jim's still trying to sell tickets, still trying to sell a fight. And it's like, yo, give it up, yo. We just saw fucking Locks wash you. Did we forget that? We watched the Locks on the Versus wash these guys. That's what made them relevant again. Not the fact that how great your music was, but now we know you for the Versus, the last little bit. Now you like, okay, I'm gonna try to use that to get traction. My nigga, we watched you lose. Now, if Nas is supposed to be looked at as a little bit above Jada and them, even though Jada's nice and Styles and all them, right? Then and they look at him as an OG, how you ain't even beat the ones that's under him? Now, just because you're a legend don't mean everybody gotta be like, yo, his music is the best. Some people might not like Michael Jackson, but they still think he's a good entertainer.
Yeah,
you know, it's all on to everybody's ear.
Yeah, but that shit crazy though.
This nigga's a clown, man. You know, but I like Shannon because Shannon did what Jada and them should have did. I expect people that's your peers that should have been like, nah, that ain't it. You got somebody that's a football player, a Hall of Famer, and he not even in that realm, and he gonna tell you the truth to say, yo, nah, yo, I think you off on this one. You know, you got Jada that been around Biggie and shit, and Nas. Fat Joe the same. They know his levels of this shit, and they know Jimmy ain't that. Shit.
Yeah.
And you know the funny thing is the nigga #1 hit Ballin', you know he ain't write that.
Yeah.
The nigga Max B, no, I'm sorry, not Max B. Stack, was it Stack Bundle? One of them that got killed. They wrote that song. That was their song. They was actually in the original, but then he was just in the video. But that was his song, Ballin'.
Crazy, but nigga JimJones off the chain, dog.
Off about and things like that. Like I my biggest attribute is my giving back. You heard it. I'm gonna always do that, no matter what. I don't want people to get it misconstrued. You know, I love to give back. And that's what my whole mission is about. And the more I go viral, the more I'm on your Explore page, the more opportunities come to me, the more I could give back. All this comes down to $1 is what people don't understand. This algorithm is a game that I had to learn and understand because I was previously, I probably would crash down so many things that I see on the internet or so many ways that people are talking about me. I had to learn how to reverse it and use these things as fuel for me to keep going and things like that. And that's just what I've been doing. I got to a point where I got good at it. So I know how to use it in my favor. And it's a beautiful thing. It could go against you. It could go for you. But one thing, if you're a smart person, it's going to work. It's going to work in your favor. You know what I mean? So I use all my opportunities to turn it into $1. And anytime that I'm seen, heard, they're gonna go want to know about me. Extra stream is an extra $1. I don't care about what nobody say. I name mine in all facets. You know what I mean?
That's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask, when was it always a part of your, like, if you ever made it that you were gonna give back? Because like you said, you do give back to the younger generation. You do give back to your community. When did that thought process? How did that come about? JimJones, like, you know what? If I get to a certain level and I'm able to help and I'm able to give back, that's what I'm going to do.
You know, we from an older era, a God-fearing era. So, you know, I watched my family open their house to strangers sometimes and things like that. They was always a given. And not to mention when I was coming outside and watching the hustlers doing for the community, the ones that were successful, the ones that always gave back, bus rides, sneakers, haircuts, all of that. So I just chose to carry on tradition. And me being a position of success in my life only helped me to do a little bit more than what I've seen coming up.
That's what's up. That's good, bro. Hey, I'm going to pull up in Harlem.
Come on. I'm waiting for you, man. I love you. I'm waiting for you. I love you, big fella.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, if you pull up in Harlem, we got to go to Ricardo's.
No, we got to go to Ricardo's.
Gotta go to Ricardo's.
Hey, Shannon, you know I love you. I love people. I love people that I could go back and forth with, and people don't take no offense to it. You heard? Because a lot of people look at this and might take offense to it, but
they are. But we don't care. We had a great time,
and we know who we are. You dig? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like, you dig? We can never let no electronics get in between the realism. We know what's at stake here, and we know what we're doing. You dig? And I appreciate you for that, because a lot of people would have took everything to offense and like, you dig? Like, you heard? But we are who we are, man. I appreciate this opportunity, man. You do have a great show. I cannot take that from you. You want to
I appreciate you coming on.
Get this work out of. Come on, Oche could bring him to Harlem. Let's work out. Let's go.
I'm gonna bring him.
And then go to Ricardo's.
Hey, he not as strong as he say though. He not as strong as
Oh, there you go.
he just be talking, you know. Yeah.
You see?
Man, this was the
but
one.
hey, Jim, real talk though, man. I appreciate you coming on, Ocho, and we really appreciate it. We appreciate the time. And I've never, hey, we have a great time going back and forth, talking about Nas and Jada and you. But bro, you stand the test of time. You do what you do. You're great at what you do. And I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule tonight to come on with Ocho and I and talk about all things. So I had a great time. I don't know about Ocho, but I had a great time.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. This was iconic tonight. This was iconic. Anytime you got this is the funny thing about it is people not gonna understand what y'all
it's gonna be trendy, Jim. You know we gonna be a story in the morning.
People not gonna understand that. This is what we do. This is
what we do. This is.
So do you think this was a good way for them niggas? I mean, that the verbal back and forth, E-Dub, I thought was cool. Like I think you said the same thing. Shit, like I said, I didn't hear no crazy shit come out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bitches, no hoes, no, you know what I'm saying, family members and crazy shit like that. You know, when niggas really get to the, you know what I mean, like it's about to go down. It ended well. So
it got heated though.
Yeah.
It definitely got heated.
That nigga did tell that nigga his show was trash though. He did say that.
Jim was taking shots. He talking about the podcast is trash. Yo, he took some shots, man. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He laughed it off, but the nigga won't be invited to Club Shay Shay. I tell you that shit. he won't be getting our invite. I tell you that. You know what I mean? But bro, that was a dirty shot. The whole fucking podcast shit. Just because he had an opinion. That's the same thing that. Just think about it. When we had the Nas discussion, that's the same thing as me getting mad or me and Beans getting mad because y'all had an opinion. That's your opinion. If the music didn't move, it didn't fucking move you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I've some of the artists y'all name, that shit moved me. But every last one of them wasn't my favorite. But it's still, you know what I mean? It's like I had to still respect your opinion. Everybody not gonna think that you're better just because you the one talking and Nas ain't talk. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to agree with that shit. And those that know that Nas is lyrically better than the JimJones. Ain't nobody ever saying, yo, put that new JimJones on. You know what I'm saying? And the real shit can be said, ain't nobody saying, yo, put that Nas on right now. That's, you know? So it just is what it is. Nobody is saying that shit.
I don't think he got that. Yo, he ain't put it up yet, so he might be going on a little bit later. Unless he's gonna drop it in just a few minutes or so. But yeah, man. This, like I said, I like to see more of this, you know what I'm saying, type of when niggas don't go really crazy. Because I mean, they say we be doing the same thing, but niggas shit, we end our shit the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't really be tripping like that. They don't need nobody running off the motherfucker, cussing niggas out, talking behind niggas back, all that shit. Nigga, we sitting here having fun with the shit, have a whole conversation in the back, nigga, then we get up off here and go to our lives. That's what it's supposed to be. You are having a conversation, and things, like you said, things got a little heated. But you got to understand, they know how to control their heat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Most people
they
go crazy.
They brought it back, but the cool thing, OG, they wasn't in front of each other. They brought it back though.
Yeah,
it was easier because they was online and it was this, and it's like after a while, you know, they got to talking. Shannon tried to. You could see to me he laughed it off. Both of them tried to laugh it off and say, okay, like all right, we just gonna bring it back. But if they was face to face, it could have got heated. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's the whole fact. But sometimes you need that though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I find some real cool people like that. You know what I mean?
But this the thing that I don't like too, and makes it whack, OG, is that think about how me and Beans was only talking about Nas, and if we never was challenged. You know what I'm saying? Like of course it should be opposing you know, views. It should be people, you know, not everybody don't have to agree. But nobody challenged him. That was my point of saying Fat Joe and Jada. They never challenged him. We let him just get that shit off and was just sitting there laughing, shaking their head, making little faces. Shannon was like, no, hey, look, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. No, you don't match up to them. We can look at numbers, we can look at money. You don't match up to him. We can look at the hit who had the most hits. You don't have the most. You never did. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just like I just like the fact that Shannon challenged him. And that's what make us whack as far as the rap community. Why the fuck they ain't challenge this guy? You know what I'm saying? You just gonna let him get his shit off? you couldn't have no opposing view.
Shit, then they look a certain boy. They've been going through that. You gotta think about that too. If y'all ain't went over there and check out Jada and Kids, the podcast over there. Man, them niggas ran through that shit a long time ago. When I think they first episode or something, I was fishing one day, right? And I was listening to it. I say, what the fuck? I go on YouTube. They put it on the top of they put it on the front of my page. So I start watching it. I say, oh shit. I say, Jada Kiss and Fat Joe got a podcast together. Okay, this might be player. I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? The next day I go fishing because I went fishing 2 days in a row. I'm listening to that motherfucker again. Niggas came on, or it was either a day later or something like that. Because I know that nigga was like, man, the shit that I said last episode, I don't want nobody tripping on. I got phone calls and shit. Niggas telling me why I'm saying this and that. I'm like, yeah, so I guess they at the point now, bro, where they ain't trying to check nobody. They ain't trying to, we ain't gonna say check them, but you know what I mean? They ain't open enough to say their opinion. And I guess make somebody feel like that they lying or something on live TV or something like that, just to make them look crazy or something. I don't know. So I think that's just like, don't you think that's like the political way? You know what I'm saying? Political correct way to do it. Just nod your head, look over to the side and shit like that. Don't really.
Nah, but people know when people bullshit, man. We all watching this. If you grew up in it, you should have a different point of view. If you think a person ain't better, you should be able to say that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And why should it ruffle feathers? Just say it. You know, you'll have Cam and Mace. They don't be doing all that. They say what they feel, and people like it, and they getting paid money for that. They getting deals because people value their opinion, no matter if they like it or not.
That boy Cam a wild boy. He be saying some outlandish ass shit, nigga. Mace mode laid back, but he be throwing some shit out there. It don't never be too crazy though. Yeah, but they podcast be fine. I be seeing a little bit of all that shit. Cause you know what I'm saying? It come across the YouTube pushes everybody's shit, man. And that way, I mean, for me, they do. It should always come across my shit. But I'm finally getting the other stuff now. But yeah, man, shit. We at the 2 hour and 30 minute mark. Don't forget, man, Spoon should be going live here in a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna be at 7 my time or 8 or whatever, but I know he should be going live. You don't forget we got the DVD tonight. After the DVD, we're gonna go into I had a blast staff set up for those who are gonna be up late, moving around, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're welcome to come up there, you know what I'm saying, and do your thing. BYOT over there though, you know what I'm saying? These shows that I do in the daytime, they're kind of structured. It's really been a good show for me. But these shows been structured, you know what I'm saying? So I like them like this. But yeah, I love that blast staff, man, because I ain't got to really come up with no topics. And we had a good conversation last night, then it went crazy, nigga. But you know, go back and watch the blast staff. You got the membership. If you don't, go ahead and get your membership and watch a little bit of that too. But yeah, man, we about to get up out of here. You got anything you want to say on this email before I go and hit this young button?
Nah, salute to you, OG. I'll get with you later.
All right, bro. All right, y'all. You already know how we do it. About to hit that thing, man. We gone. Appreciate everybody for showing up. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out if you hit it on your way in. We gone.
OGDoDirty, flipping packs in the back, stuffing the blunt, fat sack, jet black Cadillac, stacks in the mattress, cash cow status, walk in the streets, heat talk, no crack, blunt blazing, smoke hazing, OGs in the attic, crispy clean kicks, ain't nothing static, southern nights, trap dreams, raw matic, light it up, inhale the magic, erratic, down south, making moves, 808s, hit raw, sip the lean, slow the scene, outlaws on call, alcohol, dirty dope dreams. But the crew so mean, like some movie scene. Trap king, royally king, purple haze phase, hazy days, cash in streams. Hit the streets, beast mode, blitzing jewel schemes. OG do dirty, leaning like a tower. Got the power, hour after hour. Living fast, mile high, never sour. Came up from the grid, dirty money flower. Blood blazing, smoke hazing, OGs in the attic. Crispy clean kicks, ain't nothing static. Southern nights, trap dreams, raw matic. Light it up, inhale the magic, erratic. OG do dirty.